Nuclear missile ready. Nuclear missile ready. Nuclear missile ready.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to another day of StarCraft 2. Let me just activate my webcam here, actually. Apparently that was not there just yet. So there we go. We're all settled, and we're all gonna be good here today. Don't worry, guys. I'm gonna take good care of you with some good StarCraft 2 that's on the horizon here. I mean, we have some brilliant Trap versus Inno. Could be quite spectacular, honestly, the previous time when we did see them. Extra Striker reminding everyone there. Thank you for that one. Also reminding me a little bit there. Falling behind with a 1-3 score, I believe. And then coming back with a 5-4. It was really close, really tight, but in the end, Inno managed to take that one. But of course, in a best of 3, a lot more can happen than that. So we'll have to keep our eye on that one. Anyway, what is up, everybody? How are we all doing? Hope you are as ready as I am. Because, man, oh man. This is the first day of many days to come where we're going to be having some amazing StarCraft 2. Honestly, this is probably the biggest thing we've ever tried to do on ITaX. It's well, multi-day events as per usual. You can find all the information as well on the Liquipedia page. If you type B or exclamation mark B or exclamation mark bracket, you should be able to find the entire page. You're going to see all the competitors that are going to be competing here. We have 4 groups set up right now, and well, man, there's not much to be left desired with those groups. It is Pretty darn solid right there. Thank you for all those follows, people. Let me actually run through those names real quick. Might as well. We're still waiting here a little bit. Gnoig X Yak. JPet the Average. That's a fun name. Fights, Vestry, Darth Coffee, Mulefish, Svet Peter. Sveti Peter, sorry about that one, Sveti. Star Chaser. Oh, we have actually a star killer in our team as well. Don't know if you know about him, but anyway. Thank you all for those follows recently. Also, coming in right now. Look at that. Lovely stuff, guys. Thank you for coming in. Indulging yourself with some nice, lovely StarCraft 2. Yeah, we are on Twitch. We're trying to get more stuff done on Twitch, as that is more so the scene for us English folk, after all. Casting on, you know what, the Afrika TV is what we usually do, but it becomes difficult to really understand what all those Koreans are talking about. Yeah, it's GSL-style tournaments. Man, there we go. It's like we got a big host or something, but then it's just a big tournament, so... This is what the power of Korean players, I suppose. Man, where are y'all from? Where are y'all from? Shadow's from Romania. That's pretty cool. Where's everybody tuning in from? A lot of Europeans here, I would assume, as it is around that time where people are waking up and getting groggy out of their bed. Just kind of tuning into some StarCraft, I suppose. You're a simple man. I see Eno, I watch. Yeah, man, I agree. UK, Georgia, USA. Alright, alright. Must be quite... Isn't it quite early in the morning for you in the US right now? New Zealander living in the UK. Alright, some German. Portugal, alright. Okay, interesting. A lot of Europeans, I kind of thought that. 6 AM and you're still up and ready to go. I don't know, did you just wake up or did you stay up for this one? I wouldn't blame you, honestly, if you did stay up. That's very much appreciated, if that's the case, of course. Don Moka, Sunni, Zaton, Arton, French Attitude, just indulgent, man. Alright, thank you for those follows as well. We're going to be starting game number 1 here pretty quickly. It looks like we are already set up in the lobby. And you stayed up, alright. Nice, nice, nice. The Italian bros here. Crazy, crazy. Flymore as well. We do have sometimes the Italian Stallion's little brother on this channel as well. That's with the Junior Cup. That happens sometimes. He plays a lot in that. It's Baby Marine. So if you want to catch up with the new upcoming rising stars of the Italian scene, definitely, you know what, that might be one for you. Anyway, let's take a look. We are counting down. And there's the real countdown. So we're gonna get started here, guys. Hope you're ready. Holy shit, there's a huge storm outside. Man, well, it's about to get worse when Innovation and Trap are colliding. That's basically like when Vegeta and Goku are fighting and like the entire world just starts exploding, right? It's it's about that, but then in StarCraft. So maybe we're a bit safer because it's all digital. Anyway, predictions here. Man, honestly, I would be surprised if Innovation doesn't get out. And then, I mean, Trap... You kind of got to give it to him in a way, right? Ragnarok, though, also pretty much on point. Dream, in this sense, right now, I don't know, man. Dream, he's not been performing as stellarly as I expect of him, honestly. But we'll have to wait and see. Maybe he's going to bring his A game today. He is a little bit better in online cups, I feel like, than he is in offline cups. But is he going to bring it here today? We'll have to wait and see for those next games. Anyway, let's just start off with the first game that we can see, of course, which will be the Innovation versus Trap. In the top left side, we have that red Terran player fighting for Kai Z Gaming. He is Innovation. And in the bottom right, let me actually quickly get this sorted. Actually, hold up, guys, hold up. Let me get myself a little blue name here. Wow, it's every time it's Trap, isn't it? I already had his name set up in the thing. All right. Anyway, in the bottom right side, the blue Protoss, he is none other than Trap. Fighting for Jinna Green Wings, of course. One of their star players right here. Moving across with that little probie. On a little excursion ride here. Taking the Jungle Tour Express on Nightshade. Gonna start hitting up the SCV boys. Oh, innovation, not messing around here. Sending one SCV particularly to get rid of it. The other one is going to go across the map. So he is going to check out what is happening here on the other side. He doesn't always do that, but you know what? He's playing it safe this time around. No games to afford to lose because of some weird, just little thing that you didn't scout earlier on. Trying to get the block there, but nicely done by Trap. Is going to get a little bit of a delay here. Always nice, always nice. At the same time, on the other side, oh my god, that's kind of got a big delay here. Not gonna lie, even gonna go for a little poke on that SCV here. Might come to regret it with that Reaper coming about, but you know what, he knows those timings in and out, doesn't he? Completely on top of things. And manages to avoid that Reaper's gaze pretty just darn barely. So well done there by Trap. Is going to be able to go in here. Innovation not really sticking around to try and look for it though. To be fair, he's just going to go across the map here, trying to see what is happening with the forces of Trap here. He's going to walk into that Adept. A regular dance of life and death that we do get to see a couple of times here when you do watch the game of StarCraft 2. Of course, that Reaper and the Adept arch nemesis of one another. Oh dear lord, that Reaper, this might be his final moment though. Oh, might get the pro before he does die. Alright. A final little bit of vengeance, I guess. A pity prize for that Reaper right there. Killing the probe. Okay, so are we going to see Widowmine drops here? Innovation, very common for him to go for those. He says that he doesn't think they're great, but you know what? He does them every game, so... I don't know what he's talking about sometimes, but... Especially against Blink opening, he's kind of well known for saying that it's bad against Blink opening, but... And that's pretty much all you see these days from Protoss in the TVP, but... Oh well. Oh well, 2 Adepts here, denying mining for a little bit. Did the Reaper scout the Twilight? Let's take a look here. I don't think so. No, he didn't manage to get it. Could place down at a later point in time. And you know, here bringing some boys along as well. Is he gonna try to push this out with the SCVs and the Marines right here? Very well might, because you know what, you kind of have to at some point, right? Those 3 Adepts, though, of course, can one-shot a SCV here, so... Ooh, innovation. Oh, just barely. In the nick of time. Alright, he's had enough of it. Coming out with 7 Marines here. Should be enough, you'd think, but you know what, with that shade as well. All the Adepts actually getting out of here. That is crazy. Killing of 2 SCVs as well. Worth the trouble there for sure. Trap getting the heck out of dodge again. Now, Blink is finishing up here. Robotics facility as well. And we're going to see a War Prism straight ahead. That could be pretty cool, of course. Actually, an Observer, alright. Will provide those Stalkers potentially some harassment potential. We'll have to wait and see. Innovation, playing it safe as well. Getting himself that Raven right now. A very powerful tool in order to get yourself rid of those pesky little Observers. Which allows so much value from those Stalkers to be achieved, of course. I mean, if you don't know that you're being watched, then, you know, those Blink Stalkers, they can catch you off guard and out of position every single time. Widowmine drop here through the bottom side here has been spotted. Looks like Trap has Blink available, so he's gonna wait for that medevac here to commit. Let's see if Innovation commits a scan as well. Otherwise, he might come to regret it. Okay. Trap a little bit too far forward there, I suppose. Did refuel the Stalkers before the medevac actually committed to the ground underneath. Staying in the dead space here. Dropping 1 Widowmine. It's a peculiar little Widowmine, anyway. This is nearly GSL lineup. Yes, yes it is. This is pretty much GSL, guys. This is pretty nuts, and I'm very happy to be here with you. Very glad that I get this opportunity to cast these games, and you know what? I'm gonna bring you a little bit of a, you know what? Overall good time. Third base for Innovation, also gonna get established pretty soon. Third Nexus here, as well as, well, this medevac, I suppose, just chilling in a little bit of dead space here. Not much he can do at the moment, unfortunately for him. At the same time, Twilight, or the Templar Archives being constructed with the charge as well. Now, Trap is staying on his side of the map here with those Blink Stalks. Isn't really being aggressive with them. Just kind of trying to get rid of this medevac, I suppose. This is the one benefit of... You know what? You might not be able to get any probe kills, but you are pinning down all these stalkers on your side of the map here. Or the, well, trap side of the map, of course. Which is a big deal as well. Because now it's going to be a lot more comfortable for you to try and push across the map here. You don't have to worry as much about just your siege tanks being slightly out of position and suddenly a gazillion stalkers blink on top of it. that was the closest raise to that adept that I've ever seen, actually. That was just barely in time. Let's see what he actually did get to scout there with that. Not too much of interest. Alright, anyway. Storm is about to hit here. I think that will be ready for this push, actually, and that is going to be a big deal, as mostly the forces of innovation here consisting out of those marines right now. It's coming in with the auto turrets as well, the Raven, you know, catching them off guard a little bit. I'm not sure if I like that as much. Would have, you know, wouldn't have minded a anti-armor missile or something here for the forces on the blue Protoss side, but alright, alright. Make do. He dodged a storm there. Very nicely done. Still a lot more remaining though, and innovation wisely backs off a little bit here. Realizes that he can, of course, lose all those forces if he's not careful. And just overcommits for a little bit here. Wait, there were ads starting here? That is crazy. That was not supposed to happen, guys. I'm not sure what... I'm not quite sure what happened there. But we'll try to only do them in between games, of course. Definitely will not allow that to happen here. Okay, there is the robotics bay as well, now being added into the mix. So really gonna get all the good jazz here for the Protoss side of things. +2/+2 attack coming in for innovation pretty early on. So far only +1 attack available for Trap. He is starting the progression tree though to clear that out. Couple of zealots running by, getting quite a bit of damage done here. Actually, the reinforcements that were supposed to deal with this now running away from this location. Innovation, this is a horrible mistake. This is... The machine has made a fatal flaw. 404. Reinforcing units to fight the zealots not found. That is pretty nuts. That's a whole lot more damage than he should have taken there. And that might... Do you know what that is? That's honestly pretty darn unlike innovation. Now, to be fair, he's still on 62 works versus 65, so overall he might still be fine, just because, you know what, it's innovation. He doesn't know how to stop making SCVs. Especially accidentally, when he still needs to. Coming in with multi-pronged harassment. Storm, though, on that left side as well, forcing those guys away again. More Colossi. Double robotics facility here, actually. So he's going to be able to ramp up the Colossi production rather quickly. And then immediately afterwards, after getting 3, most likely, I would assume he is going to enter some disruptors into the field as well. Marines still looking for an opportunity here. But yeah, great defenses so far from Trap. Being able to pretty much keep everything at bay. Even still with the Stalkers pinned down as well for that initial Widowmine drop. It's still just chilling there. Innovation really good at not using the not using the F2 button here. Alright, let's see if those EMPs. The EMP's pretty big. But of course those High Templars still behind there. Gonna go into a War Prism right now. And we are seeing already Vikings being constructed. Are going to help out against that War Prism, of course, but also the Colossi. Very important to have those. Colossi, though, doing an extreme... Oh, my dear lord. That War Prism just vaporized right there. Look at that. 4 High Templar immediately gone, and there's no other High Templar here remaining. Trap, are you sure you still want to commit to this? Did he know that... He did see his War Prism go down, right? I would assume so. More Storm coming in, though, is going to save the day. EMP causes it to be only 1 Storm for now, though. 2 more High Templar coming in. You know what? Trap might still have enough here. Innovation's army supplies mostly stocked up on those medevacs right now, but he doesn't have much firepower, so all those ghosts go down. A lot of Marauders here as well. And Trap, is he going to commit to this planetary fortress, or is he just going to go up the ramp? Definitely go up the ramp, I would say. That would be the best call. Some Vikings enter the fray now as well, and I never thought that Trap would just be able to push forward like this, especially after losing that War Prism, but here we are, and well, he does lose those High Templar right now, though still has a good amount of Colossi for the AoE damage. Definitely a very tough position here for Innovation to still try and get things sorted. SCVs have to be pulled here. 4 Vikings coming out right now from those reacted out starports. Good EMPs as well, but is it going to be enough? The Vikings got targeted down by those Stalkers, and now everything, well, it's getting low, but it's still shooting. It's still shooting and scooting forwards. The Protoss army, it's getting so low right now, though. Looks like Innovation does hold off for now, but I mean, at what cost? Oh, great save with that War Prism. Keeps this Colossi alive, but is he going to lose both of these? That could be a potential problem. Alright, loses one of them at least, but that's it. Does get away with the other one. 21 workers lost there. That is nuts. That is nuts. Innovation, you know what? I bet he wishes he still had those 12 SCVs from the base over here, right? No. Didn't lose those. Putting down some Widow Mines in this spot to avoid further Zealot harassment from that side. You know what? Just in a nick of time as well. Observer here, seeing the army movement of Innovation, so Trap knows that he doesn't have to worry too much right now. Okay, well, Trap is going to circumvent those Widow Mines here. Another base being constructed in the 3 o'clock location. He is back at 69 workers now. This is this is Innovation macro, guys. That is nothing to be left aside. He is not mining gas here. I suppose he doesn't really need it at the moment. He's more hurting for minerals right now. Does get rid of that Observer, so that puts Trap a little bit in the dark here. Doesn't know whether or not he is coming with an attack. Let's take a look at those upgrades. You know what? Trap a little bit ahead right now. We had Innovation a little bit in front beforehand, but this time around, Hero Marine here. Literally killing off 2 of those probes right there. Maybe even 3. I don't know why the 3rd one died. Ooh, War Prism does get killed off, but not before it drops 3 of the Zealots here. Right, Innovation. He definitely has a stronger just overall supply here, but of course those Disruptors, they can always make the difference. Innovation needs to stay on top, and this is going to zone out his army backwards. Innovation with that Disruptor getting a massive hit here. Trap is going to be, well, quite happy with that one. Liberators, though, immediately entering here as well. Just in the nick of time. That could have backfired quite badly, or after losing those Disruptors right now. Disruptors absolutely merciless. Tying up that army supply instantly. Innovation not paying attention for a second. I know that Innovation actually doesn't really like the late game versus Protoss because of those Disruptors, which is why he usually just tries to end it quickly. And this time as well, actually gonna go for a base trade. Look at that. Massive recall though happening as well at the same time. Those Disruptors and Storm and Stalkers all on top of this army now. I'm not sure if this is a great call for Innovation to go here. The Liberator's not set up in time and losing most of his forces now. Was a bit of a odd one, moving away with those just medevacs right now. That was interesting, I suppose. I mean, if he did manage to set up all those Liberator zones right on top of the Nexus as the army recalls, that might be a good move, but Trap just a little bit too quick on the trigger of the recall there. Getting his army to recall to the right base, and well, there you have it. This might be it then now for Innovation after losing so much of his supply. It's hard to see how he can really get this back into his favor. Only at 1 Liberator on the field as well. Not going to be able to force those Disruptors backwards. A whole bunch with that one right now. And it's gone. That's not good. More Disruptor shots endlessly. An endless supply of those Novas exploding everywhere. You won't know it. There you go. Have 3 at the same time. Why not? He doesn't care anymore. Innovation on his last leg here, for sure. And it looks like we are going to have a victor of this game number 1 pretty darn soon. Oh, you know what? It is Innovation after all. Yeah, it should be, right? This should be over. I am assuming it's going to be over, but You know what? Innovation doing a pretty darn good job so far. Using that high ground to great effect. I would be very much surprised if he stabilizes after this. Well, you know what? Who knows? But Jing does this. Oh, that's a big one, actually. Good shots. Tries to... Oh, my... Oh, just barely touching those. Ah, but doesn't touch that one. Man. And there we have it. Some great micro from Innovation. Almost making it look like a battle again, but... Yeah, there's the blink forward. Trap definitely has Innovation on the ropes right now. Not much he can do. And... that should be it, right? 100 army supply versus 30 something. 48 now, I suppose. Innovation's macro always on point, but I don't think any amount of macro right now that is feasible is going to be saving Innovation at this moment in time. Kills off one of the disruptors, but the other disruptor has shot the ball, and there it is. GG. Trap takes game number 1. Alright, well, that was a interesting series right there. Innovation, an interesting maneuver, going across the map right there, and, you know, trying a little bit of a doom drop. Getting card out, though. Not moving backwards in time either when the recall did occur. Didn't reposition himself into, like, the natural base or something like that. Unfortunate. Anyway, that means we're going to be moving onwards to game number 2. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all those follows as well. Very much appreciated. Man, we're getting so many follows. I'm starting to think that we might need to consider just muting the sound effect for the follows, because this is absolutely nuts. I'm loving it, guys. Don't get me wrong, but man, it's on screen a lot right now, which is a good thing, I suppose. But anyway, I hope you're having a good time. Ads, right? We're gonna have ads right now, hopefully. I have somebody doing the ads for me. And that should be good. Wait, did we get a sub as well, actually? Did I miss a sub somewhere? Let me see. Do I have that activated? Right, it is activated. Let me look back here. Did we get a sub? We jumped up to 16 subs. I believe we were on 15 before. Huh, no, maybe I'm wrong. I think that happened yesterday. Alright, never mind. Would have had to give that one a special shout out, of course. Anyway. Innovation. Man, I mean, to be fair, the Widowmine drop initially didn't really do much. He definitely took some weird hits there. Oh, Inferno, thank you for that raid, my man. Hope you had a good stream. Welcome everybody. This is the Alpha X Pro series, or into the Alpha X, I should say. We got Innovation, Trap, Dream, and Ragnarok. They're all playing together. They're all playing in this little GSL format group. Somebody in the chat called it the Pre-SL, which is a pretty cool name, actually. But, yeah, pretty much that right there. Actually, let me change this so we have these names switched around. There we go. Won't have to bother going into the other thing to fix the other one. Anyway, yeah, thank you all for the follows there. Alright, in the top left side we have a red Protoss. No, it's not the case, Kozen. Thank you very much. It's a blue Protoss. Sometimes, you know, color blindness hits in the most unexpected ways. He is none other than Jinna Greenwings' Trap. Trapple. Can't do a good GSL voice. In the bottom right side, we have that red Terran player. He is fighting for Kaizi Gaming. He is Innovation. Alright, guys, here we go. Game number 2. Game number 2. Coming in again with that probe early on. Wants to make sure he's not being proxied. And Innovation, I wouldn't mind seeing him dropping in a 2-base aggression here once again. I really do feel like that is where his strengths lie. Even when some of those Protosses actually do manage to see that incoming, they still don't always get there in time. They don't have enough units to really deal with it. So, which is crazy because they know about it. It's just Innovation's macro, as we all know. It's famous, man. It is absolutely famous, and well, those are the reasons, of course. There's that second command center immediately on the ground. Not too much of a delay here this time around. Previous game a little bit more so. A slight difference, I suppose. Cybernetics score done. We're gonna have to wait and see what kind of building Strap's gonna be making now. Which tech tree he's gonna go for to clear out first and foremost. I'm kind of expecting the Twilight Council again, but you know what? He is known to really appreciate that Stargate as well, of course. Coming in here once more. There's a Marine running out of the main base trying to deal with that one. Went down 1 to 3. Yeah, exactly. Innovation did go down 1 to 3 in the best of 9 that they had, and then he managed to do the comeback afterwards, and with a 5-4. So, I mean, it's always possible for Trap to take on Innovation in any best of 3 specifically as well. Innovation strength kind of lying in those really long games. That is game left. Wait, what? I'm confused. Too many things happening. But yeah, of course, that game, it did feel a little bit weird. Here and there, some awkward engagements, I suppose, for Innovation. But then again, I mean, nothing too nuts that is unredeemable, really. I mean, you can imagine situations where that drop in the main base with the Liberators works, right? And if it does work, everybody's gonna call him a genius and in the best shape that he's ever been in. And all of that good jazz, right? Because, you know what, setting up those Liberators right on top of the recalled army, that can be quite devastating. If all his forces are already out of those medevacs, he's going to be able to spread out a little bit and get shit done, basically. But this time around, it's not really the case, unfortunately. All right, anyway, looks like he is adding in a little bit of early game pressure this time around. Does have those 4 Hellions. I'm a bit surprised. What is he? Okay, he's going to lose. No, not losing one of those Hellions. All right, keeps them alive. Wanting to get that Sentry, I suppose. And a proxy gateway here for Trap. So Trap is going to be going for a bit of early aggression himself as well, it looks like, with the Blink Stalkers here. Robotics facility going to be providing most likely a observer here pretty soon as well. Let's take a look what Innovation. He was making Cloak, but I don't think he's doing that anymore. I suppose after seeing those maybe the gateway numbers. Didn't get the scout on this Twilight Council. I think that's a good call, though. He does have a siege tank. It's not in siege mode just yet, and that could be detrimental here. The Stalkers are coming in. Okay, ooh, needs to hurry this one along. And they go into that natural base right now. Gonna target down that bunker before any Marines even get close. Innovation trying to repair it. Interesting maneuver there. More Stalkers coming in right now. Siege tank once again. Sieged up. Oh, quick repair there. Barely keeping it alive, but not for very long. A lot of the Stalkers low HP, but you know what? Innovation feeling the hurt right now. Another Siege tank coming in. Need to have those Siege tanks do a little bit more here. Oh, can he jump on top of it? Yes, he can. Denying a lot of the repairs here. The SCV's actually starting to fist fight here. And looks like, you know what, the Stalkers are going to get picked off here. Not much else I would imagine they will be able to get done. But, I mean, 11 worker kills, 2 siege tanks, and, well, a bunker as well. A couple of Marines. That is definitely worth his troubles. That is a very nice trade there. And there's a third base coming down now as well behind this. Trap in a wonderful position right now to just close this one off, I would imagine. 36 works versus 49. That is absolutely abysmal. Innovation not having that siege tank sieged up here. Suppose he did still have to figure out where the army of Trap was coming from. And he only had one of them, so it kind of makes sense to not siege it up. Where? Okay, that was... Okay, there we go. Yeah, I think he realized that there most likely will be a... this is just a distraction, so moving his forces already into that main base, actually, to give protection to that siege tank that was about to pop out of that factory there. It seems a little bit weird there for a moment, but you know what? After thinking about it here, it definitely makes sense. How many stocks do we have left here? 13. That's a large amount of stalkers. A scary amount of stalkers, that is for sure. Ooh, getting the Observer here, but at the price of the Raven as well. Alright, there are the Marines and Marauders now. I mean, there's another Observer here as well. So even if he does get them to jump back on the low ground, they are going to be able to just jump back up again wherever they please. Oh, Innovation saw it. There we go. Gets it again. That's pretty big here. Okay, another siege tank does come in. So, you know what? I think this place is becoming a little bit off limits now with the siege tank count being 2. But then again, I mean, just one good blink on top of this, that might be the end of things as well for those siege tanks. Is he gonna commit though? Is this gonna work out? There's still a pretty large bioforce. Just takes 2 shots and gets out of there again. This is not the greatest of fights either for Innovation though. He does target down those stalkers. He needs to get them when they're low on those shields. Otherwise they're just gonna regenerate the shields and then come in again later on with full force again. And you cannot have that happen either. Innovation, he is definitely in trouble here. 51 works versus 72. There's the third base for Trapped. Fully saturated, oversaturated really. And Innovation trying to push away here. If he gets this low ground secured, that's gonna, you know what, relieve the forces of the main base quite a bit here. So, well, I thought he was gonna siege up a little bit further along with the siege tank as well, but that's alright. That's alright. Looks like the stalkers were forced backwards anyway. Regardless, a full base though on the way here. And also Storm. Neither of these guys getting any upgrades just yet on the 9-minute mark. That is pretty, not something you see every day, right? Only now getting them the +1/+1. And just +1 for Trap here. A Zealot, War Prism though, coming right for the mineral line here. And it looks like Innovation's had enough. He knows he's going to take damage from this one. And he's not going to be able to really carry himself through anymore after taking that damage as well. After taking so much damage already from those Stalkers. Now there is a Storm about to finish up here. There are 3 High Templar as well. And that's going to be absolutely crazy for those SCVs, of course. They're not going to be able to survive very long here. That force field, oh man, doing quite a good job right now. The siege tanks not sieged up just yet, trying to get away from the storms using those medevacs here. Siege tanks, all 4 of them, trying to inch themselves a little bit closer. Each little engagement or position on those zealots, trying to keep the army preoccupied here. Man, alright, Innovation already losing a lot of his meat shield SCVs, but you know what, the siege tanks, they still stand. Good spreading out against those storms so far. Needs to target down the High Templar, I would imagine, with those siege tanks. That's the storm. It is massive. Will it be enough though? Those siege tanks, still 5 of them in, to be precise. Immortal on the top. Needs to get targeted down by the bio units. Innovation, it is getting a little bit close, but more zealots warped in and charging right on top of those siege tanks. That is gonna be it. GG is called. Innovation falling down 2-0 here against a Trap. That is very unfortunate. And you know what? Maybe he will be able to make the comeback happen if they do meet again later on in the overall group stages, of course. We're gonna have to wait and see. Anyway. That means we're going to be moving on towards our next best of 3, which will be Dream versus Ragnarok. That's right, we're going to get ourselves some lovely TVZ, and we're going to have to wait and see what will happen there, of course. Easy for Trap. Yeah, it definitely felt that way, didn't it? Innovation just not really prepared for those Blink Stalkers there, and getting knocked down there. Anyway, guys, we do have a Metrorino page as well, of course. Do definitely make sure to check that one out. You can buy yourself the entire map, well, I say maps, but all the replays is what I mean to say, really. Let me take a look, actually. I can bring you guys over here for a moment. Let's take a look together, shall we? I'm not sure if there's still codes available, but if there are, then definitely go check it out. Help us out with a little bit more of the overall stuff you can do. This one is for US players or US viewers specifically. If you want to get yourself some deals, some great, you know, new prices, a little bit of advertising about certain food deals that you can get from Sonic, I believe, here. Is that what it's called? I'm Dutch. Don't blame me. I don't know. I don't know this company that well. But anyway, if you want to get some great offers and deals, you gotta text gamer to this number right here, and that's gonna add $1 to the price pool as well. If you just want to add $1 to the price pool, you can of course text stop immediately afterwards, and that will just add the $1 to the price pool, and you won't get any of the deals or great offers there that they will have available. If you want to help out in another way, there is of course the coupon code. Let me see actually if that is still available. Let me quickly do a Maturino over here. Trap 1, that one. Right. ITaX. I need to keep an eye out on this one as well. Okay, looks like I am not the slouch here. Wait, first of all, you gotta sign in, of course. Nothing too troubling. You can just sign in with any account that you already have available pretty much on your browser. And it will lock it in like that automatically. And what all you need to do, coupon code, voila, right there. Put it there, and there it is. 50 cents added to the price pool as well. And we'll be able to, you know what, if we all help out with this, get that price pool to a pretty reasonable standard. Also over here we have, of course, the replay pack, 10 Buckaroos, but you are, of course, going to get the replays for every single day. That is going to be casted here. And also some advanced focus. There you have it. Some advanced GG focus. I think that's G Fuel, right? Looks like G Fuel. Anyway, when still not being invited. Okay, and there's a casted tip jar. There's some merchandise. And there's manga now here as well. That's a surprise. Look at that. So, if you want to get yourself some something to read, I suppose. Yeah, look at that. Digital reading. That's available right here. And what's this? Rubber clips. Ooh, some clips as well available right here. Some kawaii clips. Alright, so go check it out. Maturino is available for anyone. Support the StarCraft 2 scene. Support our tournament. That would be very much appreciated, guys. Always nice. Yeah, Trap is really good at just leveraging all this annoying stuff in the PvT. That is just weeb merge. And then you put a weeb emotes right there. So, alright, anyway, it looks like the veto process has completed here for both of these players. We're gonna enter on Zen, then it is Ether. What's Ether? Eternal Empire, right, okay, of course, I know that. And then Nightshades, those will be our 3 battle grounds here. If we do, of course, get to the third match this time around. Trap just looking very much on point that previous time around. Innovation, I was, you know what, I was a little bit more confident in how I was gonna be able to disseminate Trap there, but Trap doing the other thing around, all the way. And that makes me just a little bit more worried. Actually, let's think this through, right? If Dream wins this one versus Ragnarok, I'm pretty sure Trap's going to advance, because that means we're going to have Dream versus Trap. Trap, one of the best, if not the best PvTer in the world right now. And then, you know, he's just gonna move on for free, pretty much. In that case, we will have Ragnarok versus Innovation, which I'm assuming Innovation is gonna be winning. He's always a lot better in TVZ. And then, I also think he's might be moving onwards versus Dream, right? TVT, although Dream is pretty good at TVT, but Innovation also pretty darn good at TVT. So, I think if Dream wins this one, Trap and Innovation move through. I think if Ragnarok wins this one, just doing some wild speculating here. If Ragnarok wins this one, I think, you know what, he has a pretty reasonable chance against Trap. I'd say, yeah. I think so. I think more so than Dream, to be fair. But anyway, that would mean that all hell can break loose. We could have Innovation going up against Trap again as well, or Dream. That's where things get interesting. Anyway, guys, hopping on right into game number 1. It is on Zen, not the map I was expecting necessarily, but here we go. Dream got knocked out of the group Ragnarok 1-ins. If Dream wins this, might need to rethink the GSL format in the future. Well, the thing is, we're doing the GSL format, so... Ragnarok picked Inno in his GSL group. I would love to see the matchup. Yeah, man. Just a little pre-taste of what that is about to be bringing us. Alright, anyway. In the bottom left side, let's do a little bit of introduction. The red Terran player from Brave Star, he is none other than Dream. His opponent right here managed to advance in that GSL group. Of course, we have the Blue Zerg. Let's take a look and see what he is able to bring. Ragnarok is teamless right now, right? Am I imagining this? Or let me double check this. Yeah, he is teamless. Alright. Yeah, that motorcycle in the background, definitely not agreeing with that one. A little bit upset, actually. Anyway, I've said his name a couple of times, but let's do it one more time with a little bit of a zoom in, shall we? He is Ragnarok. That's right, Mr. Motorcycle. I agree with you. We'd love to see this man continuing onwards his ZVT streak. But then again, as well, Dream, I would love to see him advance as well, just because, you know what? Dream is just a... he's just a cool player in my book. I love to see him play. I love to see his playstyle. And it's always nice to see a fellow Terran do well, of course. Anyway. Alright, then to be fair, I do play a lot of Zerg too, so I'm torn. I am torn. Let's just hope we're gonna see a good game. That's all we're hoping for right now. We just don't want to bop, alright? We don't want anybody to really get their head smashed in too quickly here. That's pretty much it. Alright. Already hiding a little drone here on that third base location. Doesn't want to get blocked off too much, it looks like. We'll be going for the Queens first, though, of course. There is the Reaper right now. Have a little skirmish with those links. Actually going up to 6 links here. Interesting. Dream still on top of his Reaper micro. Good control from Ragnarok as well. Sees that that third base has been constructed. And yeah, it's not going to be able to deny any sort of creep right now. Especially with those 6 links. I would imagine that is going to be very difficult. Ooh. Is that Clyde or is it Clid? You're looking at Inno now, and I don't know if he's gonna survive that group. Yeah, man. Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he just didn't have a good night's rest, right? Maybe that is the case. Who knows? His macro still looked pretty much on top. And to be fair, Trap is the greatest PvTer, I'm always being told. Anyway, in the world right now. His win rate is pretty darn solid against all those high Terrans. So it's always scary. You know, I also lost against Zest. Yeah, that's true. Lower the music volume, please. Anyone else want the music a little bit lowered here? Let me know. Let me know. Clock Banshees with those Reapers right now. Or, well, Reapers, I say Hellions. Hellions, they do reap the souls of Zerglings and drones, though, to be fair. It's not too bad. Yeah, maybe a bit lower. Alright, alright. We'll get into that right after these Hellions run away. I guess they're not going to get much there, right? Okay, and they're gone. Okay, let me quickly hop in here. Get you guys a little bit lower. I think like this. Should that be okay? Let me know. Let me know. Alright, want to have this as good as possible, of course, for you guys. Alright, to the barracks. There is still the Banshees coming up here. I think now it's perfect. Alright, good, good, good. Good. Yes, yes. Enjoy the games. I don't know what that was about. Anyway, Banshee not being able to do too much. There's already a Spore Crawler there, as well as a plethora of Queens available to shoo them away. Force them out of there. Ragnarok actually not messing around. Already made Spore Crawlers in every base. Did he see that Banshee? He must have, right? Like, something may have been here. He may have still missed something important there. Anyway, definitely looks like he was aware that this was coming. Other than that, he may have been stream cheating. Who knows? We're never gonna know really right now. You're gonna have to buy the replay pack and figure it out yourself. That's, that's what it comes down to. And to be fair, the replay pack does add to the prize pool as well, so it's always worth getting it anyway, right? If you want to support these players specifically, that's the way to do it. If you want to support ITaX in the tournaments we run, then, well, we have a Patreon, I suppose. Subbing to the channel is a good way to do so. Stuff like that. Alright, anyway. Let's focus on this game, shall we? +1/+1 for both these players. Baneling speed as well, on the way. Gotta be constructed rather soon. And these queens, they are absolutely psychic. They know exactly which way to go at any time, at any place. 2 benches in the main base, though. Oh, gonna get a queen here. Maybe get 2 queens. Oh my god, how many queens do you have, Ragnarok? 9 queens. And still he's losing drones left, right, and center here. Well, at least 4 of them. This dead space here, wonderfully to be abused by those benches as well, of course, is going to rotate back into that 3rd base. And where are your queens now? They're a little bit further away. Not going to get here in time, it looks like. Only losing 2 more drones. You know what? That is starting to stack up here. If you're not sure about benches in ZVT, it's safe to build spores around 430. Yeah, that's true. That is true. I suppose, but then again, at the same time, I mean, these players, they are so keen to get every tiny advantage that is possible that, you know what, I'm not sure if they always will try to. But then again, the Hellion opening very often is followed up by those benches anyway, right? So maybe that's why. Maybe that is a good call, actually. Right, scanning, getting rid of a lot of creep tumors here, but needs to be careful. That's a good amount of banelings ready to collide with the faces of those marines as soon as they get close enough. That's a good amount of creep being killed off as well. Transforming into hellbeds, allowing them to be healed up here. Of course, because that makes perfect sense. Alright. There is a bit of a surround being set up as well by Ragnarok's. Links can come in from both angles here. Waiting for it. This is a pretty good, well-timed out push. And, well, at least cleans up all of those guys here. Well, great targeting there, actually, from Dream. Picking off a lot of those banelings. Now, dropping in this nice position here as well. Playing a little bit Leonidas here with those Marines and the Zerglings. Reenacting 300s right there. The budget 300, there's not even, there was like 6 Marines, but maybe 300 Zerglings though, so close enough. Anyway, in come more Marines with a siege tank one more time here. Did get a good trade, is he gonna get it one more time? Let's take a look. Is there another flank being set up? I don't think so. A lot of those links went to the main base. There is the hive attack on the way now as well. Great shot from that siege tank on the banelings. One more actually taking place. And now Dream, look at that targeting. Oh, one of them getting a little bit too close. He does need to evacuate, but reinforcements immediately. Abusing this little choke one more time again here. Man. Those Baneling snipes are absolutely sickening right now from Dream. Is he going to be able to do it again though? There's a lot of them this time around. The siege tank not sieged up. Needs to be careful. Pretty reasonable splitting here, but he is going to get picked off ultimately. Right now, and that hive tech is coming closer and closer to finishing. What are we going to see? The Ultralisk Den, right? That should be constructed here. Wait, isn't it the Ultralisk Cavern? I don't know. Anyway, it's not that important. Guys, we are seeing just non-stop action here. I want to look at other places of the map, but I'm afraid I'm going to lose sight of the Marines here. Alright, there is a big run by. A reasonable amount of Marines, though, should be able to clean that up. Okay, yes, Mad Maestro. Oh, it is live, indeed. We are just watching these guys play here, and it is absolutely wonderful. Welcome to the crowd. They are right now sitting in their bedroom, sitting in there, wherever they play StarCraft 2. Just assuming it's the bedroom, because you know what, that is what most gamers do, right? You don't need to go anywhere else. You just need to play StarCraft, you need to play the game. And then have some sleep sometimes. And that's all. Alright, drilling clause has been completed, so we'll need to have those overseers nearby to clear those widow mines up here. There's not that much remaining anymore for Dream on this side of the map. Only 69 army supply versus 90 right now. But still, we're not seeing a single Ultralisk or anything. I guess he's only getting himself Vipers so far from that Hive Tech. Nothing else really being added in here. Ultras definitely could be quite a potential threat. And oh my dear lord, more Zerglings running straight into those mineral fields here. The mining coalition of the SCVs having to try their best to get rid of those themselves here. The Marines are still across the map. Are they going to get this? Oh, wow. Okay, the archery does fall. Just barely, though. Those banelings got awfully close. That's not a good place to drop, probably. Oh, parasitic bomb landing on top of those medevacts, taking a lot of damage, actually. I think another one is going to fall here. Maybe two, actually. If not falling, they are incredibly low right now. And there's the Ultralisk Cav, and that is going to do quite a bit of a beating on those Marine numbers. We are seeing more Liberators joining in and more Marauders, so already seeing Dream transition here. That is that's always good to see. Getting himself the +3/+3 as well, but it's around the same time as that +3 is coming up here for Ragnarok. At least the melee, right? He already has two +2 carapace. FPS drop. Yeah, sometimes it is with the Korean server where it's just like I'm not quite sure what it is, but there's a little bit of a bug with the servers where it doesn't affect the game, it doesn't affect for the players, but for some reason it affects the observers right here that come from different areas. Right, this is doing quite a bit of damage on the same at the same time. We are seeing those Widowmine fields with the Liberators here, trying to get more damage dealt. The base in the bottom right has been reconstructed, but it looks like Ragnarok, these run-bys are finally really starting to pay off here. And really starting to put a number on the capability of Dream to reinforce this group right now. And that means this one is also going to get cleaned up. And there is the Liberator going down. This is not looking all too swell, guys. I think we are reaching the point where there is going to be a GG here for, well, Dream. He's going to have to type it. But I guess mostly it is for Ragnarok. There it is. GG being called, and Dream not being able to take the trades that he wanted to on that other side of the map there. Yeah. Yeah, Dream was attacking the same angle there a whole lot. I agree, but, I mean, to be fair, Ragnarok, he's a very quick player. I'm not quite sure if he would have had more success with multi-pronged aggression. Necessarily. He was just trying to take great trades there. Overall, using the Widowmines and the just splitting of Marines. Ultimately, though, those Ling run-bys doing him in there. Thank you for those follows, guys. Very much appreciated. Thank you for supporting us just by watching here. It is, you know, it's always lovely to have the StarCraft 2 community, as it is pretty much the best community of anything at any time. Because, well, we enjoy the same thing, right? Yeah, no tanks, no nothing. It was, he did have the Widowmines, right? He did have the Drilling Claws, and that can be enough. But Ragnarok just too good at controlling those links, setting off those Widowmines as well, and not taking too much damage. If you do keep pushing like that in the same angle, sometimes you do see the Zerg suddenly capitulating, but Ragnarok just too on top of things, not taking any bad trades, not taking any significant losses due to those Widowmines, at least none that he didn't return in favor with Baneling connections. So it's just a big micro battle, right? That's all it is. That's all it is. Those Ling run-bys though, those definitely were very important as well. You could make the case that maybe something like that in Dreams, if Dream was to incorporate something like that as well. Maybe send some Liberator to some other bases or something like that. Maybe, but oh well. Oh well. Wasn't the case. Didn't happen this time, that time around anyway. In the bottom left side we have the Red Terran. He's from Brave Star. He is none other than Dream. It's all bright. The Blue Zerg. Fighting for nobody but himself. As he is the teamless Zerg, he is Ragnarok. Alright. Thank you, Zin, Merry Dog, Planet B7, CJK8604, big black hawk. Now, Arachnids, all you guys, thank you so much for those follows. Let me actually quickly go down the list a little bit. Tapir97, Makers Carenthis. Is that actually somebody from Makers? That's really cool. Real Stoned Gaming, interesting as well. Majin Braille, Takondres, VNA. Thank you guys so much all for joining in here. There's more of you, but you know what? It's just a crazy amount. And I very much appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for following us. And hopefully catching up with the rest of these groups as well. As this is only the first group in plenty to come. If you want to see when all the schedules, what the schedule is for all the other groups, definitely go check out that bracket page. You will be able to see all the other groups that are participating as well. And we're going to be having some lovely more games. I mean... yes, it kind of looks like Innovation, Ragnarok, Dream, Trap, all of these guys already in one group. How can it get any better than this? Well, I mean, you just look at the other groups and you're like, ah, okay, I see how this could get better as well. It's more to come. Our groups are not being played today. No, it's a 7-day series, I believe it is 7, or is it 7? Is it something like that? I'm pretty sure that's a multiple day event. Go check it out. Yeah. Definitely go check it out. I'm not that good with remembering things, so I checked it out and I was like, oh, awesome. And then you know what, mind's a blank. I just know it's amazing. I know that it's great stuff to come. Anyway, there's this Reaper right now, just trying to lure those Zerglings off of creep here, of course. Kind of reminds you of one of those sheep dogs with a bunch of sheep, trying to get them in the right pin. But this time around it's the sheep chasing the dog, I suppose, with the Reaper being the dog. Trying to get him out of the pin as well. So it's like reverse sheep herding, pretty much. I'm gonna call that more often. Some reverse sheep herding going on here. And nobody else is going to understand it anymore after I just say it like that. Anyway, no creep tumor. Gonna get destroyed today, it looks like. That Reaper will have to lick his wounds and go home here. Can still call it sheep herding. I don't know. I mean, the sheep were herding there instead of being herded. It is fine. It is fine. Wait, Is the plural of sheep just also sheep, actually? Is it? Isn't it? It is, isn't it? It might be. Sheeps. Sheeps. Counting sheeps. I guess you could... Alright, well, I'm confused. I'm thoroughly confused. Overlord is gonna come in here and see that there is a battlecruiser. Oh, well, actually, no. No, sir. Doesn't see this just yet. Well, he does see that tech lab, of course, which means that, well, either it's gonna be Banshees or it's gonna be battlecruisers. Battlecruisers... you know what, can prepare for that a little bit more, so as it is a much bigger investment, of course, rather than Banshees. But it does kind of come down to the same thing. You want to build a couple more queens, you want to build spore crawlers, everything like that. He did spot it right there. Alright, anyway. The UFO chamber and the Roach Warren here. So, no spore crawlers just yet. But how many queens right now? 5 available, 1 more on the way. Is that going to be enough here? I mean, with that battlecruiser jumping back and forth, it kind of comes down to where that battlecruiser decides to go. There's not that many ways you can really jump back and forth between bases, right? In the abusing dead space on this map. Right here is probably the one spot where you can kind of go in between these two bases. The natural and the main base, definitely a lot harder to make work here. Man, imagine if this was a light armor creep tumor. That would not have been around anymore. Accidental creeper kills. When start innovation versus dream? That is not yet on the menu. Wargax, don't be so down on our boy Dream. He might win this one, and then we're gonna get Dream versus Trap. All right, if he wins 2 in a row here, who knows? Anyway, there is a battlecruiser right now teleporting in, coming for the drone blood. Oh my god, there's queens everywhere. Oh dear lord. Right, only 3 on this side though. Should be able to kind of trade against that still. Kills off one of them. Yeah, it's 2 drones so far. Nothing too crazy though. Needs to wait for his battlecruiser brother to come along as well. And there's the Spire now as the counter immediately being thrown down as well by Ragnarok. So it's not looking too good for the battlecruiser opening here. We are having a mech play behind this. Just making siege tanks right now and Hellions. There's no Cyclones though. No Cyclones just yet on that production tab. Usually you do add in the Cyclones here as well. So you can get... oh boy. Oh boy. Oh god, this is gonna go down. 10 HP remaining. My man. Dream, just barely keeping that alive. Anyway, yeah, normally you do see those Cyclones coming into play as well. Because they will be able to tug down those Corruptors, which are the answer to the battlecruisers, of course, in most cases. The Spire is about to finish up here. Roaches coming in from behind. Those Hellions need to get the heck out of there. Skedaddle, Hellions, skedaddle. And that's what they're doing, alright. Noble upgrades now coming in as well. 2 armories being constructed. Battlecruiser, where did it go? There's 2 of them now, right? Okay, this one's getting repaired. The other one taking over. Filling in the vacancy of the battlecruiser position above the Zerg base right here. Deciding, you know what, this is a good job opportunity. Gonna get some hazard pay perhaps, but you know what? It's gonna provide university costs and stuff like that for my children, ultimately. Hopefully. Alright, in he goes. Let's see how much damage he can get done. There's no Corruptors just yet on the field. They are about to pop though. And they're about to pop right on top of this battlecruiser. He's going to get the Queen as well. 4 workers so far. Tugging down a Corruptor, but needs to get the heck out of there. Alright. Gotta stay alive. You know what? Oh my god, those aliens. You blink and that's what happens. Alright. Quite a couple of those workers do go down there because of those Hellions. So finally finding some damage, but was it too little too late? That could definitely be a thing. And oh, Ragnarok has identified that this is indeed fully mech. And now most likely gonna go for the Swarm Host Nidus play here. I absolutely love this. That is so incredibly strong against those siege tanks, of course. Coming in with some Overlord scouts as well. Where are these guys going? Oh, okay, just want to see if there's bases being constructed here, I suppose. Not quite sure why you would send 2, but hey, there you go. Corruptors lurking about here, trying to find those battlecruisers. Always brave to have those being somewhere out on the map that far. Possibility of those battlecruisers showing up somewhere suddenly. Oh, a possibility, but then again, I suppose he does have those overlords here to scout, so he can send them over in time. We'll find them. Okay, there are the swarm hosts right now. Doesn't see them actually. Not gonna commit far enough to the edge of the map here. Roaches finding a couple of cyclones though. One of them gonna go down. The micro for the rest of them. Good enough though. Not gonna let anything happen. There are more Hellions. Blue Flame not yet done. And there's a Spinecrawler here as well. Realizing, I guess, that Blue Flame's not done yet. This is that's a Spinecrawler. There's 2 Spinecrawlers here. There's the first volley of those Locusts coming in right now as well. If they do all land on top of that planetary, these siege tanks will be able to kind of get rid of those rather easily. Only losing 3 workers here, it seems. The battlecruisers, though, doing a little bit more of a decent job here. Oh my god, imagine if they get the Nidus network. That'd be crazy. Okay, no, the Corruptors do get here in time. Roaches and Ravagers, though, as well, being a bit of a pain here. Coming in to lay down the fire. And you know what, that is not good teamwork, guys. You are not supposed to let the entire army of the Terran run into those Nidus worms, as that is counterproductive for the rest of the army. But you know what, it seems like it worked out anyway. Wow, alright. Wasn't expecting that. I guess the volley of this one isn't going to be able to get too much done, but this is giving an opportunity for those Corruptors to come in and snipe down those battlecruisers, which no longer are being produced. We didn't get to see a Yamato cannon being researched either. It's another Nidus worm right here. Alright, let's take a look. Actually, Dream is on 96 workers here, guys. That seems like a bit much, doesn't it? Let's see how his saturation is. It's looking okay. It's not that nuts, but that's a crazy amount of SCVs right here, full mech. Definitely does want to get rid of some of those later on here, I would imagine. Sees this other Nidus Worm as well. But yeah, without the battle cruisers alive anymore, it becomes a whole lot more difficult to come in and snipe those. To get rid of those pesky worms pooping out Swarm Host, who will poop out Locusts. It's truly a nasty race, isn't it? In a way. Anyway. Absolutely disgusting. Yeah, I don't think that either of these are really going to commit. Reasonable fight there overall for the Red Terran Dream. Another Nidus Worm being constructed right there. Is the FPS low? No, it shouldn't be too low. Sometimes the game is getting a little bit of a choppy moment here, though, to be fair. But a lot of that is to do with the change of servers. What I hear. Right, anyway, Greater Spire now on the way as well. We'll be able to help out quite a bit here. Sometimes smooth, sometimes low. Yeah. Gonna have to wait and see what happens here. Oh my dear lord. Roaches and Ravages. Maybe it's just my camera moving. That could be the case as well. Another wave of those Locusts. Not really getting too much done. Those bangs. Yeah, I mean, was that worth it? Was that really worth it? I'm not completely sure. Anyway, that Greater Spire might be something that comes into play later on. We're already seeing those Broodlord, well, the Broodlord counter, the Thors, be constructed here. Oh, Fungal coming into play as well, managing to get a couple of those Cyclones there, lock down, and then roll in with the Banelings. People have gotten so much better at controlling these battle mech armies, haven't they? It's pretty nuts. Remembering the previous engagements that I saw when it was just coming out. A little bit horrid, honestly, but, well, kind of like this. Where they just try to fight, but then they get run down by something and just die. Dream, I mean, took a bad fight there for sure. He's a little bit behind on supply overall, but he definitely has the economy to replenish those sources. Wouldn't mind seeing him taking another base, though, as these first initial two bases are getting a little bit low. Would like to see them. Alright, there is the Swarm Host, the Locust coming in right now. Ooh, Albet's not ready yet, still in their Hellion form, but do transform right now. Looks like this Planetary Fortress with those Banelings is gonna fall. Thor stays alive though, more battle cruisers being constructed as well, as there's no more Corruptors immediately. We see 9 Corruptors on that production tab though. These Thors, they need to stand their ground. We don't have a caster command. I'm really Kozan though. You can check me out on Twitter and Twitch. Really Kozan. Somebody of mods or something could drop that in there. That would be appreciated. Anyway, man, I'm loving Ragnarok's play with these spine crawlers though. It always feels like they are being underutilized at the moment by a lot of other Zergs, right? It's like they feel like they should be able to deal with everything without them. You don't have to make that investment. But with those investments, I mean, definitely quite worth that trouble. This could have been a whole lot of dead drones. Instead, it's some Hellions running into spine crawlers, not really getting much done. The overall unit loss tab, that's not looking too good for Dream right here. Of course, with that mech army, you want to trade out as efficiently as possible. But I guess together with those Swarm Hosts, it's kind of a similar story, but it definitely seems like Ragnarok will be able to be a little bit less efficient, or is allowed to be at least. Look at that, how close can you get this? It's like 15, almost 16 minutes in, and the difference in resources lost is 19. 19 resources difference. That is nuts. Alright, let's go away from that before it changes, shall we? That is absolutely bonkers. Alright, anyway, a lot of Thors in this mix right now, but we don't see those Broodlords being constructed. We only have 4 Hellbats as well, so a volley of those... well, we do have... How many Hellions? Okay, they transformed actually, so 5 Hellions. So 1 volley of those Locusts can be absolutely deadly here on top of those Thors. As they don't deal with them as quickly, of course, if they were to have the Hellion and Hellbat squadron there as well. He is pretty much maxed out on supply. The Battlecruisers will help pretty well against them, though, as well, of course. And there they are. I suppose the Thors do help against the Corruptors, keeping the Battlecruisers safe in that sense, but let's see if that's gonna be the case right here. Need to get towards their Thor buddies. We do have Neural Parasite available as well, so I think Ragnarok just waiting for an opportunity with a good amount of Locusts to hop on in there. Try to grab hold of as many Thors and Battlecruisers as he possibly can. Okay, well, this is really good for Dream. He did manage to secure this base on the right side, and he is keeping Ragnarok pinned down on this left side now as well. That's a really big deal. This means that Ragnarok is going to have to use those Locusts defensively, right? Right? No, sir. No, never mind. He's just going to go for it anyway. Sacrifices this base, but then, to be fair, going up on this ramp right here against an army like this, probably not the best call anyway, right? Okay, in come those Locusts. The Battlecruisers immediately, though, in position to help out this situation right here. Lovely job by Dream, and moves away with his army right now as well. So Ragnarok returning the favor, putting the pressure back on Dream, and forcing him to retreat from this place right now. Oh my god, that's a lot of spines. Oh, Corruptors coming in as well. We are seeing them getting thwarted by those Battlecruisers, just about. Let's take another look at the resources lost tab. Still pretty equal, although Dream seemingly to be inching himself ahead right now. And he is on a good amount of bases as well. He has 3 Thors running in right here on the left side. That is interesting. I guess he has enough bank to afford these losses, but you know what? Don't always see those Thors just trying to come in here for a flank. I suppose you're kind of forced to use them like that instead of sending out Hellions with this amount of spine crawlers everywhere. 30 FPS. No, it shouldn't be 30 FPS. Game is getting pretty wild though. There's a lot of stuff happening. Maybe that's the case. I did up my my graphics recently, but I have to look into it. I have to look into it. I don't have any frames dropped, so that should be good. Should be good. Alright, here we go. There's a big battle right now. Massive neural parasites actually landing on the entire army. Yamatoing down the infestors, getting his army back. Those Thors are being repaired like mad, as well as those Battlecruisers getting one out of dodge. Wait, this might be the moment actually. The Battlecruiser is still standing. Oh, but in come the Locust. Oh, there's still enough Battlecruisers to help out those Thors. Oh, SCV's doing a good job repairing still, and you know what? We might have a moment. Although there's a lot of roaches on that production tab, the Battlecruisers have to get out. Again, a reasonable fight there for Dream, but ultimately the reinforcing units for Ragnarok get a little bit too much to handle. And yeah, well, alright, here we go once again. You know, a little bit of an equal setting. We have stabilized once more. Upgrades, let's take a look at those. Oh, wow, only has the +1 air weapons right now available, getting the second one. I'm a bit surprised with that. 20 minutes in, has been making great use of those Battlecruisers so far, but imagine if they had +3 attack. Then, you know what, we may have had a game-breaking engagement just then and there. Instead, he almost breaks him and doesn't quite manage to get that sorted out for himself. He's going to take this bottom right base. We have a fully, well, split in 2 map right now. Both these players trying their best. Oh, big connections with the Cyclones right there, and the Thors, and the Yamato cannons. The Corruptor count tumbles into disarray here, as Dream is moving forward once again with this mech army of his. Battlecruisers Once more, might be able to get rid of a base here. The Locusts on the right side are going to attempt the same thing. Not that many remaining anymore. The Swarm Host, only 8 of them right now. Probably don't need that many more. And, oh dear, Ragnarok's on the run. Doesn't really have a good response anymore for this amount of battle cruisers at this moment in time. They don't even have +2 weapons yet, guys. And they are wreaking havoc on this Zerg army right now. Those infestors getting chased down relentlessly. They are getting a little bit low though. Need to be careful. There's one fungal. Hooking some of them in place. Chain fungaling battle cruisers, not the quickest way to kill them though, unfortunately. And there it is, Dream taking game number 2. Alright, there we go. Man, that was pretty nuts. Am I right? The battle cruisers there coming in with a vengeance, and especially with those corruptors overcommitting there for a moment, the infestors weren't able to really get themselves within that fight. Right? You need to have those neurals. You need to have either that, or you want to have the corruptors, of course. All right. Well, Vipers, I suppose. Vipers would definitely be a good call there as well. Just slowly whittling away at the mech army. Also, of course, blinding clouds on those stores definitely going to be able to keep the corruptors a lot safer as well against the battle cruiser, especially because they were quite ahead on the upgrade counts. Although I'm not even sure if he had. Did he have the carapace armor for the flying units? I'm not sure if he did. I don't think he had flying armor there, actually. Come to think about it. Which means those corruptors go down in incredibly quick pace, because they don't have much. Anyway, guys, remember there's a Metrorino page. If you want to help us out, fill in that code. Give these players a little bit more bang for their game, because, you know, they are giving it their all, and we might as well just spend a couple of seconds of our time to make sure that they get themselves a little bit more money, right? It doesn't cost us a dime. It just costs us a little bit of clicking. And if there's anything we're good at, us StarCraft 2 players and viewers, of course, as well, am I right? Well, it is definitely clicking. There's no gamer culture or community that is so adept and so good at clicking as we are. And, well, you do have to copy and paste as well. But, guys, go check it out. Put in those codes. Put in a couple of seconds. And we'll very much appreciate it. Alright, of course, there's also the replay pack. There's a couple of merchandise things that you can get yourself as well. We'll be adding in more money to the prize pool too. What's up, Piker? How you doing, my man? What's up, my dude? Glad to have you with us here today as well. We are watching some crazy Korean play right now. Dream versus Ragnarok, definitely bringing the pain to each other. 1-1 at the moment in time. Doing well. You just woke up. How are you? I am doing okay. I'm doing okay. Feeling good, feeling energetic, feeling like, you know what, I can take on the world right now. But that might just be the adrenaline speaking, because I'm casting Innovation Trap, Dream, and Ragnarok, so that might just be that. Alright, indeed it is Glak1. It is really Kozan. That is right. That's me. I'm Kozan, but then really Kozan, as in really Kozan. Is that the best you could come up with? I guess it is. Alright, it doesn't matter. Somebody told me I should have made the O in Kozan a 0, and that would have been a better choice. Perhaps, but you know what? Now I can ridicule myself. In the bottom right side, we have a red Terran player tying up this series right here. Can he do it one more time? One more win, and he moves on. He will be able to, you know what? He is going to have to face Trap at that time. So maybe he doesn't want to win, but you know what? That does give him his second life still available and ready to go. But anyway, he is from Bravestar Gaming. He is a Dream. In the top left side, we have that blue Zerg. Oh, isn't he magnificent? He is teamless right now, though. He is a Ragnarok. Coming across here with a little drone. How many reallys can we put in front of the name? Yeah, that is... This is true, guys. Really, really Kozan. Nobody believes me. Alright, well... I don't know how I can make it more obvious. Or more clear. Or how I can emphasize the point further. Let me quickly grab something to drink here, guys. A quick sip of my canister of milk here. Castor milk. milk, as they call it sometimes as well. Probably Kozen. Man, that would have been a good one. That would have been a good one. I need to make an alt account called Probably Kozen now. That's great. Oh, man. Alright. Let me quickly get another sip and we'll continue onwards. Okay. Oh, god damn, that's cold. Oh, I'm not good with cold liquids. Anyway. Putting it back. And let's see. I think we're just seeing a little bit of a macro opening. Actually going for that third base before the queens here. Could be trouble. Could be. Probably isn't. We'll have to wait and see. Reaper coming in right now. 6 links though on that production tab. Once again, Ragnarok playing it safe with those links. Really liking those higher link numbers here. Ooh, almost getting that drone. We'll be able to transform into an extractor. An important life point of any drone, of course. When they transition from being a little tiny drone into becoming a big, strong extractor. And then exploding back into a drone again. As they realize, you know what? The grown-up life, probably not that great as it actually was made out to be as a child. Anyway, wow, that got deep there, didn't it? Factory gonna start producing those Hellions here. Are we seeing a tech lab on this barracks? No, it's marine. So, okay. We're gonna have to keep our eye out, of course. It might be that Dream is gonna go back into that mech play here again. Nightshade does facilitate a little bit here for those battle cruisers. I suppose as much as Eternal Empire does in a way. There is this same little bit of dead space right there. And then there is a little bit of dead space right here as well. Very similar actually to Eternal Empire. Castor is poisonous, right? It might be. It might be. And yeah, there we have it. Another fusion core on the way here. Did we get Overlord speed? We did not. Previous game, we did see that from Ragnarok. It seems like he's skimping out on that one this time around. He's gonna get that scout though, perhaps with this Ling, if the wall isn't lifted, and it is not. Alright, well. Sometimes, you know what? It is somebody's birthday, and apparently it's Ragnarok's birthday today, as he just got a wonderful present from Dream. Getting a free scout right there. He's gonna buy him dinner as well, probably later on. Although he does still want a creep tumor in return here, it seems. And oh my dear lords, oh god, oh no, they're carnage! Those Hellions jumping into the wrong time, YOLOing the heck out of that circling and queen line, and they are gone. Full worker kills. Kozan, you gonna sing? Wait, am I gonna sing? Tell him he's dreaming. Wait, what? Am I missing something here? Yeah, happy birthday. Oh, I see. I see. No, I'm not singing. Maybe next time when it happens. Who knows? Who knows? Creighton would sing. Well, I mean, I'm not Creighton though, am I? Am I? God damn it. Always in the shadows of Creighton. He is magnificent though. The shiny shadow of that beautiful head of his. For Hellions here, more being constructed. There is that battle cruiser. Oh wait, damn it! All right, I missed clicking on it. This is why I don't play StarCraft, right? This is just why. How can I miss clicking on the battle cruiser? Am I right? I clicked. All right, it's fine. It's fine. He is here. He's being met by queens though, so kind of hesitant to go in. How many queens in that main base? There's 4. Just a casual 4. How many at this third base? There's 3 with a spore crawler, with a 4th one on the way. Yeah, that's normal. There's none over here though. That is interesting. Ragnarok really figuring out where that battlecruiser most likely is gonna hit, and that is the place. Now, The front door still being protected by those Zerglings, so the Hellions not even really going to be able to have an easy time running in here. 3 roaches. I guess, you know what? That is interesting. Not sure what you're planning to do with that, but might be able to get something done. More roaches. Okay, more roaches on the way, actually. Is he going to go for a roach counter here? That would be interesting. Haven't seen that in a while anymore against that battlecruiser tech. Well, it used to be something very popular, right? Where it was just considered to counter. Like, if you see the battlecruisers being constructed, you just go for those mass roaches. March across the map, and then the battlecruisers just can't kill the roaches in time. Terrans overall have been getting better and better at holding against those roach pushes, though. So, kind of fell out of fashion here. Doesn't look like it will be the case. We're just seeing Corruptors on that production tab. Together with 4 queen... Well, I guess... Yeah, two armories. Let's just say that, alright. More factories on the way again. Very, very similar to the previous game that we did see. Dream, once again, only going up to 2 battlecruisers to start things off with. And then transitioning into a whole lot of siege tanks. Again, kind of foregoing this, the Cyclones here for a while. Mano, what's up, my man? How you doing? Alright, also mixing in some Widow Mines here. I don't believe we saw Widow Mines too much that previous time around. Is he gonna spray down those supply depots? No, he is not. Alright. They've been able to do so when they were still low and only just been put down, but maybe he has a bigger target in mind. But he's not gonna be able to get that opportunity, unfortunately, here. Dream already in a position to force him backwards. Now, this is a good siege tank line, actually. How many is that? That is 5 siege tanks waiting to welcome the Roaches and the Zerglings into the Terran base, together with the Firework Brigade, of course, which is those the Hellbats and the Widow Mines. Let's see how great those hits are. You know what? Dealing some damage on those Corruptors, getting them a little bit low here. SCVs being pulled as well. For a moment I thought they were going to go to repair that the battlecruiser. Not the case though, just yet. Just going to face tank some roach biles here, it looks like. Okay, the battlecruiser does stay alive, but quite a bit of damage being held there. Dealt there. By Ragnarok's army. Let's take a look at the overall units trading here. Definitely more gas lost there for Ragnarok, but you know what? How many siege tanks? 2 siege... Actually, only killing 2 siege tanks there. It felt like he killed 4 of them. Crazy. Anyway. He's still standing. He's still standing. There you go. There's some sinking. Yeah, this is awkward, isn't it? He's gonna have to retreat. There's no way he's gonna break this anymore. He's gone back into droning. He does have that 4th base. And yeah, well, that's a nice catch here. But he gets out of there. Leaves the vicinity. Goes back home. Cyclone's coming in to rescue him. There's no need any longer. The Corruptor's already going back. I'm good. I hope you're doing good too, cousin. Have fun and good luck with casting. Thank you, my dude. I appreciate it. And I will always have a good time casting. As it's what I do. Is what I do. Infernal Pre-Igniter almost about to be ready there to be abused and used. We have those Hellions, possibly, as soon as those Roaches get lured away from their mineral line, coming in from this left side here, and there they go. Ooh, well, no, go back. Okay. Quick turnaround. Squadron leader, squadron leader. Go in, never mind, fall back! There's a gazillion Roaches over there, sir. Alright, anyway. Dream, he is definitely holding his own here. Doing a good job with this mech play right now. You know what, just kind of poking and prodding with those Hellions. Okay, in he comes again. Might be able to get a couple of drones here. The Roach is not as plentiful as before. And there we have it, 9 actually. On the barbecue. The blue barbecue. Imagine having a blue flame barbecue. That would be pretty cool, actually. Wouldn't mind it. I would be the talk of town, but then again, every time I try to put anything on it, it would probably burn instantly. So maybe not the wisest of choice. Unless if you, like, put your food higher up, right? Maybe that's gonna work. Is that a thing? Do those exist? Did I find a hole in the market there? What? The roaches! The roach is doing a little dance maneuver there with those aliens. Going through the middle. How's that called again? Rodeo dancing. Oh wait, wasn't that like a show where you had like a dance show where you had like people lining up on each side and then you had people dancing through the middle? I forgot what it's called, but that was pretty much that show right there. With the roaches standing in the middle there. Oh my god, those locons, man! Dream really on point with those locons, continuously microing them back and forth, staying just barely out of range, but also keeping that locon going. Very well done. More Hellions coming in here, more drones ready to be burned alive. And, yeah, not enough sunscreen in the world to save you from that one. More cyclones coming in. Great fungal, though, but not enough to take them all out. Let's get a couple of them and more drones. Just look at that. This is crazy. He's not even fighting with his main army. All he's doing is just keeping Ragnarok busy, keeping him pinned down, and then continuously coming in with Hellions from the left, from the right, from the left. And, well, there we have it. That is a crazy amount of drone kills. How many in total? 40 right now. 40 drone kills in a 12-minute game. Well, 13-minute. Let's call it what it is. But he's doing wonderfully well right now. Oh, man, okay, we do have the neural parasite almost finishing up. Maybe that is going to be the moment in time where, oh, God. Oh, Louise. Please. I don't know why I said Louise. I'm just going mad right now. But those corruptors were not supposed to be there. Going for more banelings, adding in that Greater Spire as well. There's already so many Thors though. I don't think Broodlords are gonna save you. It feels like a bit of a desperation move. Alright, Vipers, that could definitely be a big deal here. Coming in, trying to break this Terran army apart right now. And actually, the Blinding Clouds being absolutely massive, providing a lot of cover for those Ravagers to get close. The Biles not hitting everything though. The Siege Tank line goes on and on and on though. There's no end in sight for these Ravagers, and it looks like, you know what, even now, nothing really breaks it for Dream, and he is still standing. He's still going strong. He will survive. It looks like he will be moving onwards. As, you know, Ragnarok once again scrambling any type of a force to try and contest this. But, you know what, that army supply, 80 only, and it is in Roaches and Ravagers, while he is facing Mech. Some might say the most cost-efficient army in the game. Which is a bit of an old meme, but, you know, it's still fun. Anyway, there it is. GG being called. And voila, people, we have Ragnarok going down into the loser bracket. Dream moving on through. Easy peasy. No problem. Just breezing his way through. After that first game, you know what? You get worried. You're like, alright, Dream, man, that's not looking good for you. Ragnarok just absolutely steamrolled the living shit out of you. But then, you know what? Back around turns Dream and gets everything sorted again. Doing a very good job there. Keeping everything up to date. Alright, guys, thank you so much for all those follows. I very much appreciate it. Bendy, XO, Sapphic Traffic. Is that something I shouldn't say? Sapphic, it sounds rude for some reason. Mono 554. Is that a Mano alt? Is that you, Mano? Is it Mano? Anyway, TGC as well. Welcome to the crew, man. Welcome. Let's call some more of these people out. Beakley. Is that how you say that? Beakley? It hopefully isn't. Or it is, actually. That was rude of me. Beakley. Great name. Lovely. I probably butchered it, is what I mean. Nef2. Nikos. Doombringer. 1984. 5K 111. Ooh, did we have something happening here? Oh, no, we didn't. Okay, I didn't miss anything. Anyway, what was I saying? Nerve Shocker, thank you for that follow as well. Static StarCraft 2, Saint Zone, Outsprodos, and Grim Fan, Freestyle Fakiri, Ro16 91, Gore Australia, Atrag. Man, there's a lot of you, isn't there? Audacious Gerbil, Zin, Merry Dog, Planet B7. There's a whole lot of you. I think that is pretty much where we left off, right? CJK. I'm not sure if I already talked about you, but there you go. There's your seconds in the sun as well. Jersey Woo also joining in there later on. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for supporting us. Make sure to check out those Match Arena pages, guys. I'm not sure if there's still codes available, but if there are, then this is our moment to try and get rid of those pesky codes. Use them all up. Isn't that much trouble. All you gotta do is just go to that website that is linked in the chat. If you don't see it in the chat, type !Match Arena. It will bring you right over here. And yeah, all you do is press contribute, fill in that coupon code ITaX. It doesn't stand for Italian. It's into the clan and Alpha X, and then a little 2 right there for the Pro Circuit number 2. So this is the second one we're doing already. You fill it in and press contribute, and voila. I've already used it, so I'm not allowed to do it again, but that's all you gotta do. Adds a little bit of bonus to these boys, their prize pool. As well as for American viewers specifically. There's this little deal over here for a food chain. I'm not quite sure what kind of a food chain. I think it's called Sonic. I'm pretty sure that is the thing that it says right there. Anyway, if you want to add $1 for free as well, an extra $1, you know what, you're like, that 50 cents, pretty good, but you know what, I don't have anything to give. This is something you could do. All you got to do is text GAME to this number right here. And voila, you add another $1 to that prize pool, and then you're gonna get some great deals as well for this food chain. So yeah, if you don't want those deals though, you just text STOP afterwards to the same number, and that will stop that from happening. And all you've done is add another $1 to that prize pool. So if you are from the US, that's something extra you can do. There's also, of course, the entire replay pack you're gonna get every single day. Go check out that bracket and tell me that that is not worth a little 10 buckaroos for you to spend and get yourself, like, man, so many days, so many games, a full replay pack. And also, of course, it will add a little bit of money to that prize pool. Oh, we need to accept this over here. There's more stuff there, guys. There's more stuff. There's also merchandise, hoodies and sweaters, such as these lovely things. Look at that. Looks absolutely amazing. As well as a caster tip jar. If you feel like I'm doing a good job, then that is the way to show it. I think it's like a buck. A buck a show is all we ask, in the words of my favorite podcast. Anyway, yeah, go check that out, guys. Would be very nice of you, of course. Who is Zaun, though? You don't know Zaun? You don't know who Zaun is, sir. Zaun is the new Protoss on the block that has been taking games left, right, and center of all the pro Koreans. He's been taking games of innovation. He's been taking games of Su. He beat Su in a best of 7, and I'm pretty sure he beat Innovation in a... Did he beat Innovation in a best of 9? I'm not sure. Anyway, he does a whole lot, and he beats a whole lot of players, and he is certainly a player to keep your eyes upon, as he is, well, he is on Alpha X right now as well, first and foremost, but he's just really darn good as well. Honestly, he's honestly really good. I'm not just saying that because he's on my team. I say that about all my teammates, but he's really good, alright? And I know how to use really, right? Ah, man. I'm on a roll today, ain't I? Alright, we're gonna be moving onwards here. We're gonna start the... Looks like the winners match, first and foremost. Dream versus Trap. Gonna be taking the stage again. Booting up their PCs. They are already in the lobby, actually. We're gonna start off with a fun one, actually. Wasn't expecting this map, but hey, here we are. It's gonna be Purity and Industry. Also, Finaka, thank you for the follow. Offer and stream. Yeah, too. Also appreciated. Jersuwo. All of you, lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. Alright. So yeah, thank you all for coming in here. Thank you all for supporting us. Drop a follow, drop a sub if you have the opportunity to give a little bit of support. You know what? It's always appreciated. We're going to be doing a whole lot more StarCraft 2. And, oh. There's a motorcycle. Somebody runs away as soon as I mention stuff like this. That's always, always the case. Is there something wrong with Liquipedia? What's happening? What's happening? Pearl, talk to me. It's actually Cynical Death. Cynical Death, talk to me. Cynical, what's wrong? There's probably nothing wrong, honestly. With Cynical Death on the case, man, he's just, no problem, no sweat. Everything just like, done, fixed, mate. He's awake 24/7 as well. Either that or he just has a clock that I set to whenever I'm awake, he's gonna be awake as well. At least that's how it feels like. And then whenever I need him, it's just like, oh, yep, it's done. It's done, Kozan. Thank you so much. He's a great guy. He's a great guy. Anyway, there we have it. Just activating that name tag there again. In the 12 o'clock location, we have a red Terran. He's not German. He is Korean, after all, as all these players are. Except for a couple of them that are coming in later on. I think Estrella is in here as well. I'm not sure if there's any other non-Koreans, though, other than Estrella. Huh. Are there? I don't think so. Anyway, he is the Red Terran. He is a dream. From Brave Star. Keep my eye on that Brave Star logo there. Lovely stuff, lovely stuff. Alright, in the 3 o'clock location, there is our blue Protoss. He's known as the Terran Killer, the destroyer of Terran dreams, the drinker of the Terran tears. He is the blue Protoss. He is Jinna Green Wings. Oh, trap. Cannot contain my excitement for this one, guys. Again, we're having a great TVP show. And this time around, you know what, maybe Dream is going to show us how it's done. And let's hope Innovation is watching. Because, or maybe let's hope he's not watching if it doesn't go well for Dream. But if it does, let's hope he is. Alright, thank you for those follows as well. I'm going to quickly see Dave X or Mac Maxon, Noxjib, Talov Papa, 250. Thank you for those follows. Alright. It's a little bit a nuisance here with that probe. Once again, he really likes to do that. Keeping that little bit of hatness with that nexus of his own. There it is, a quick cybernetic score as well as ready to produce those things. Oh, Derelium! Am I saying that right? I hope so. Thank you for the sub. Much appreciated, my man. Welcome to the crew, the Alpha X crew. Make sure to jump in the Alpha X Discord as well, as you are allowed to have some extra benefits there. Getting replay packs and stuff like that will be provided through there. I'm not sure if it's going to be these ones as well, but hey. Go check it out. Anyway. Reaper coming in here, not getting any kills just yet, but just denying a little bit of mining now. Going in on that bottom side of dance between the Adept and Reaper. You know what? I think they fight with one another so much. You would think they're a married couple, wouldn't you? Pretty much. Like an old married couple that's been around for like 40 years together. They have 20 grandchildren. And all they do is bicker. Especially when they have to grab those, like the Christmas lighting or something like that. Anyway, we're seeing once again Blink coming in here. Did Dream actually scout this? Let's take a look. He did not manage to see that one. Unfortunately, the Reaper not staying alive long enough. Robotics facility being constructed afterwards as well. Are, you know what, very likely to have that a very aggressive Blink Stalker play once more. It is incredibly potent. It feels like it fell out of fashion for a while, but definitely making a resurgence now. As it is, of course, an extremely strong attack. An extremely strong way to deal with those early on Terran units. That just aren't as mobile, nor are they quite capable of being in two locations at the same time. Especially with those siege tanks, the Widowmines, all those units that love to be set up and just waiting for an army to run at them. This is... The slow medevac coming across right now. There are 3 Stalkers available, though. There's no Blink just yet, so this could potentially still get something done. I guess a little bit lost mining time. Ooh, and burrows. Re-burrows. There we go. That's re-target that one. Doesn't retarget. I guess he unburrows again. That's a lot of lost mining time. Nice retargeting as well. And decides not to take them out of the ground and back to base. Did he make a Raven here as well? No, he didn't, actually. Alright, alright. Does have a good amount of Marines, though. Should be able to deal pretty reasonable with the low amount of Stalkers that are now available. There's 5 of them. 13 Marines with a medevac as well. Of course, if that does manage to get back home here. Where's this medevac right now? Where are you, sir? There he is. Alright, getting repaired. That's important too. That's actually pretty good. As those blink Stalkers are very likely to just jump on top of it. Oh, I'm loving this dream already. Aware, of course, with that Hellion in the middle of the map is going to send those SUVs already set up to start repairing that bunker. Trying to get the Stalkers closer and closer as he sees them targeting down the SUVs here. Putting both Marauders in the bunker as well. That's some lovely stuff. Getting that extra range on those bad boys that deal extra damage, of course, against those Stalkers. Good stuff there. Right now, 4 Stalkers moving into that main base. But, oh my god, Dream on top of everything here. Look at that. Hello, sir. Yeah, that's right. I have 2 armies. It's just one secretly. Don't tell him, though. That's what Dream's thinking right now. Reactor for that factory is going to go into more Widow Mines, I suppose. If he's planning to switch that up. Those 2 medevacs might be good enough against those small number of Stalkers right here. Oh, that medevac is getting low. Right, in he comes. There's a big recall immediately taking place. But how many probes can get killed off here? So far, 5. Not too many. But you know what? He's still trading pretty darn solidly against these Stalkers. There's not enough Stalkers here. More probes are gonna fall. And in he comes. GG is called. Dream taking game number 1 here. Oh my dear lord. That went very quickly. And wow. Alright. Was not expecting that. Just 2 medevacs filled with units. Suddenly coming across and well then. Well then. Interesting. That's how you do it, Innovation. I hope you're watching. Hopefully not this stream, because then I just insulted you. In which case, I'm sorry. Please don't ever... please keep playing in our tournaments. And please don't hate me. I love you, I know. Don't come to my house and beat me at StarCraft 2 as well. Please. I would... or maybe you should, actually. Maybe that would be pretty cool. I would like that, actually. Huh. Alright, anyway. It's probably going to give me a real-life whoop-ass as well at the same time, then. He doesn't need to come to your house, guys, and we live in the interwebs. Well, I mean, it's less intimidating, alright, if he beats me from, like, half the world away. Or the entire world away, actually. It is pretty much the entire world away, isn't it? Well, we're still in the same hemisphere, so... Maybe it is the half the world away. Alright, anyway. Dream and Trap. Game number 2 is sitting here in a lobby. We're loading up. Nightshade is going to be our field of battle. He predicted 2 defend positions perfectly and went for the attack. Yeah, that was creepy. Honestly, that was really nice. Some star sense, as they call it, right? That's what the Koreans call it, I believe. Anyway, in his top left side, we have that red Terran magnificently just taking that game number 1. Anticipating those blink stocks as well, I suppose, and doing absolutely wonderfully. Anyway, he is the red Terran from Brave Star. He is a Dream. And man... Dream did not... remind me, guys. Dream did not move onwards with the GSL, right? He got kicked out of the... out of his bracket. In the bottom right side, we have the blue Protoss. He is none other than Jinna Greenwings. He is a Trap. I have a nice voice. Ah, thank you very much, Mr. Big Black Hawk. I'm very trying not to mispronounce your name, or slur it a little bit, as... you might imagine, might sound like something completely different if I mess it up a little bit. So, keeping me on my toes here. There's the probe. Hello, good sir. Are you ready for your daily dose of shock therapy? I hope you are. Because that's all you're gonna get. It looks like. So, again, once more, we're gonna go for this block here. But those SFVs not having it this time around. Staying around here. Oh my god, you're joking. The quick turnaround. Is he gonna be able to? No, alright. It is just barely put up in time here. So what happened? What happened with Dream? Did he fall or wait? I was not looking there. They both lost the work. They both lost the worker there? Really? That's what happened? Is that what happened? Anyway, I was looking at the chat. I was not expecting much to happen there, but apparently they both died. Yeah, he went 1-0, round of 24. Yeah, or 1-2 actually. I mean, to be fair, I mean, if you're seeing Dream play like this right now, it is a bit of a shame, isn't it? He just took down Ragnarok. He just took down he took a game off of Trap here. He might 2-0 Trap. It's a possibility here. After Trap beats Innovation. I mean, that just kind of makes you sad about Dream not moving on in that GSR. But then again, I do feel like he's always a little bit better in his performance in those online cups as opposed to the offline cups. Coming in again, does see the Twilight Council this time around as well. Gets that little bit of intel. Is he gonna get another nade in that mineral line? Yes, he is. Alright. You know, that's still like what, 5 minerals or something that is lost in mining time there. Something like that. I don't know. Damn, what the heck happened? Yeah, I know. Wait, you just, wasn't that the game that we just saw ourselves as well? I'm not sure if you were already there, Big Black Hawk, but basically, Trap he just protosed. There's not much else to say. First game, it was a little bit of a macro game. Disruptors came into play, and we know that Innovation is not that great against Disruptors. Doesn't like playing against them, always tries to avoid them. And I feel like that might be a reason why he's not that great against them as well. Second game, Innovation Trap, it was a bit of a slaughter. Wasn't a real nice sight to see. Innovation trying to go for the siege tanks, but unfortunately the Blink Stalkers being in time and the siege tank wasn't sieged up in time. Stuff like that. And, well, things just went haywire from that point onwards. Didn't look pretty. Anyway, that just happened, of course. That was just earlier today. And now we are watching Dream going up against the same guy, Mr. Trap here, in another PVT. Gonna have to wait and see if he's gonna be able to do a little bit better here. Alright. Hiding strats builds per map. Maybe. You know what would be cool? If Dream actually lost the GSL on purpose in order to hide his strategies for this game, right? For this series right here, this tournament. And burrowing, look at that. Again, a lovely bit of mining lost time here. And, ooh, okay, well, I mean, that might still be worth it, right? Overall, instead of killing that probe, just kind of keeping Mr. Trap busy with moving back and forth. Was there another? Was a little bit of shenaniganry here. Maybe a Hellion, actually. Anyway, yeah, so instead of just blowing up one single probe, keeping him busy. Oh, coming in again. Oh, and burrow. There you go. Yeah, that is so annoying as the Protoss. Oh my god. Oh, that was close. Almost getting that one. And gets out one more time here. Lovely stuff there by Dreams. This control is absolutely mind-boggling right now. Let's hope his macro is not gonna be not gonna be too much delayed because of this, though, of course. Doesn't look like it. Looks like he's still pretty much on point. Reasonable army supply here. Still same work account as well. And let's take a look actually at the income graph. Like, this is it, right? These are those big peaks with those Wither Mines causing Trap to stop mining. And that seems like a solid, good amount of time, honestly. So yeah, and he's still doing it as well, right? He's still coming in here another time. Ooh. Oh, retargeting here now as well. Look at that. Off he goes. Okay, that's going to be the end of that Widow Mine. That was a crazy strong Widow Mine. Man. Should consider playing online and using fake strategies. Alright. Someone in chat considering that maybe people should use fake strategies online and then throw off their opponent. It could be a thing. It could be a thing. Honestly, I think it is a certain type of player, though, that would require something like that. And then, as well, right, you still want to have that money. There's still a pretty reasonable chunk of money on the line here for this tournament. And it's always nice to have that money available for yourself, but... Anyway. Let's take a look. We have the army of Dream moving forwards. I almost said innovation there. As Dream is just playing out of his mind here right now. Concussive Shell not quite ready just yet. Those Widow Mines need to get burrowed in the ground as the Zealots right now engaging here. No connections just yet from them. Great force fields though. Trap definitely splitting this army up in half. Medevacs not being as utilized as maybe they could have been in that engagement right there. Ooh, Widow Mines a little bit too far forwards. Both of them getting taken out before anything really happens. A little bit of friendly fire on the Marines and the Marauders. Are there still enough here though? It looks like there might be. This heavy ball of Marauders now rushing forwards. Mostly Stalkers remaining, but he does decide to back off. Probably the wiser choice. This is why I lose games, honestly. I would have just chased down those Stalkers, and then those Zealots would have come in from the other side, and I would have been like, no! My dignity! And yeah, well, anyway, Dream instead waiting for his own reinforcements here. Regroups and gets rid of those Zealots. Easy peasy. Now we have 62 army supply versus 30. The worker count's dead even as well. That third base for Dream available and now starting to mine here as well. He is in a lovely spot. There is a pylon over here on this side. But the probe now seeing his mistake being like, oh, I guess I should have made 2 pylons. I guess I should have made a pylon here as well. Anyway, he's getting already a Marine on top of this. Man, Dream's so smart, seeing that probe there, realizing, you know what, there might be something here on this side. And look at that, that Marine actually going across this entire pathway here, across all those places where very often you do see those hidden pylons in the map being placed. Alright, splitting off a couple of his forces, looking to potentially run into the army here, but a recall. So again, Dream, you know what, that is just some great foreshadowing. Not gonna try to commit anymore after that recall. Realizing, you know what, there's probably stuff there already. Let's take a look at what the tech overall is for these players right now. We do have the Ghost Academy already available. Robotics Bay on the way. Now you might say, oh, at least previously the Ghost Academy was mostly used just to try and get rid of the High Templar energy. But nowadays, you know what, those ghosts being utilized, especially with the enhanced shockwaves. Pretty much any TVP. Unavoidable to really not have them, as they do so incredibly much. Alright, here we go. That's a whole lot of Widow Mines. That's a scary amount of Widow Mines. Trying to get them to set off there by sending in a couple of those Zealots. Cancels that Nexus though. Is, you know, wow, Dream again here on top of things as well. Not gonna allow that army to run in here and kill off all those SCVs. Which we did see from Innovation, didn't we? Previously. Alright, yeah, Dream is just looking absolutely mind-bogglingly good. This is super juicy right now. Coming in again here. Ooh, reasonable force fields. The Widow Mine's a little bit further backwards. Might want to consider moving a bit forwards here. Let's get a good amount of them. More Zealots coming in. The wall not completed here. There's, well, Liberator not sieged up either. This might finally start dealing some damage here. Trap finally finding a little bit of success here on his in his game versus Dream. Does get a ghost as well, and that's a whole lot of damage. You know what? Dream no longer gonna take this anymore. He's just gonna go for it. It looks like he only has 1 Liberator though, but there's only 1 Colossi as well. There's no extended thermal lance though. That's gonna be a big deal. Are the drilling claws available? There's no, so the Widow Mine taking a long time to burrow here. Wanna get closer. Oh, just 1 force field short as well, it looks like. And no, come on, here we go again. Dream coming in forwards. Man, oh man, this is looking pretty good for him. Doubling the army supply, wants to target down that Colossi, and down it goes. Lovely job. Those Liberators inching their way forwards. The Widowmine setting up on that ramp area, and GG is called. Holy moly, that is crazy. That is Dream taking on Trap 2-1. No problem. Or, I mean, 2-0. Jeez Louise. I'm even, right now, calling the score. I still don't believe it, really. After we saw Innovation going down 2-0 to him as well, on the same day. That's nuts. That is nuts. Okay, well, Dream, man, jeez Louise. Being the first one to advance here. Well deserved, well deserved. He didn't really get far in the GSL Code S this time around, but you know what, redeeming himself, definitely. Being the first one to advance. Remember me calling Dream, like, saying if Dream wins against Ragnarok, I think Trap will advance first. Well, never gonna say that again, am I? Never gonna say that again. Jeez Louise. Oh my god. Dream, what a beast, what a beast. Absolutely devastating that for Trap. Alright guys, that means we're gonna go into the loser match right now, and I mean, it's the loser match, but it's still Innovation versus Ragnarok, so hold your horses. Close. Did I say it was close? I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe I just kind of went up in the moment. I'm not sure if that was that close, honestly. I think that was pretty nuts. That Dream, holy hell, dude. Looking pretty impenetrable. Only that one Zealot run by right, dealing a lot of damage, but it was too little, it was too late. Dream already on the other side of the map here with a whole bunch of his army ready to just blow everything up into little bits and pieces. And absolutely destroying Trap there. Sunlily joining in as well. What's up, Sunlily? Welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining as well. Always there, cheering on the Alpha X squad. Lovely, lovely. Anyway, what a weird day. Innovation loses 0-2 to Trap, but Dream beats Trap 2-0. Yeah, I know, man. I know, Anti-Tank. I don't understand myself. I think I'm just gonna wake up in a couple of minutes here and realize, oh, I still need to cast those games. Alright, that's what happens. I'm just, you know what, I'm just coming up with this on the spot. It's not the case, though. It's not the case. We're just doing this. Anyway, guys, remember about that Match Arena page. I'm not sure if all the codes have been used up yet. We're not dreaming, exactly. Wow. Ba-da-boom. It's a good one. That is a good one. Ah, it is fine. It made me giggle. Alright, it made me giggle. Alright. Well then, that is a 3 series down. 2 to go. The winner of this one, either Ragnarok or Innovation, is going to go up against Trap. Either again or for the first time today. Honestly, like, Ragnarok, he looked very scary against Dream in that first game when Dream tried to go with the Widowmine bio play, but just barely not being able to inch himself ahead there. Kept attacking the same location and stuff like that, but alright. Trap got dreamed there. Well, I think that was a dream scenario for Dream, that's for sure. A real dream scenario. Man, we're so funny. We're so funny. The StarCraft 2 scene is the funniest scene. We have the best Reddit as well, of course, with the best memes. That is too much, too far. Alright, we'll stop that right there. Miss your nightmare pun. Yeah. Did I? Wait, did I miss something? Did I miss something, Pearl? I'm not dreaming. Oh wait, I guess you could say that was a nightmare for Trap. Man. Alright, anyway. Here we go. Here we go. This is game number, well, match number 4. Innovation versus Ragnarok. I can't believe this is the loser bracket. I was not expecting this. I really thought Innovation was just going to be the first one to advance, either him or Trap, depending on how the first match was gonna go. But, hey, you know what? I'm glad to be wrong. Sometimes that is what makes this game exciting, right? Exactly. And also what makes this game exciting is the way that Dream just played those games. Ho ho ho! Holy moly. Alright, anyway. Guys, moving on through. Okay, they're counting down. Okay, whew, I didn't have much else to say. Here we go. Is there a sound better? That sounds better in the world? I don't think so. Let's see what else is happening. Guys, thank you so much for the following, by the way, as well. As Moiri, Rip Raw Prime, Killer Dave, Baker and S, Only Saigut, Piyu-chan. Oh my dear lord, my thingamajig is now just... Alright, that is awkward. Go back, go back. Okay. Huh. I lost my feed here, guys. Hold up, you might quickly... Here's something here. Let me quickly do this, okay? Let me just do my thing, okay? Let me just quickly get everything sorted, and then we just put you guys over here already. Okay, please. Please, Mr. Twitch, don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, there we go. Okay, my activity feed, it's back. I also have a chat again. So anything you just said, it's gone for me now. For some reason, Twitch decided, like, let's go back to the home page. Anyway, alright, so Piyu-chan as well, thank you for that follow. Did I miss anyone? F2 rap on you. F2 rap on you. Is that what? Is that how you say it? Is that how you say it? Am I anyone nearby? I don't think so. Anyway, it's what you're gonna get though from me, unfortunately. In the top left side, we have a blue Zerg. He is Seamless. He is Ragnarok. In the bottom right side, he's the Red Terran, fighting for Kaisi Gaming. He's double proxy Rexing, but it got scouted. He is Innovation. So yeah, that Overlord's just scooting on by. Hello, good sir. What are you doing over here? Oh, this is a nasty location though for the drones. Looks like at least one of the SCVs does get a little bit of trouble there, but the other one will finish. Oh, there we go. It's a bit of a start, I suppose, but still not the greatest, of course. Might want to cancel this one. Oh, getting that SCV as well. This one's going to get out. Is going to manage to escape there. Is he going to return with an SCV here? I don't think so, right? Okay, there's the cancel. He kept that alive for a little bit there. Group, round of 16, Group D, Maru versus Rek, and Inno versus S will be some nasty games. Yeah, I agree with you, Catsire, but then, like all those round of 16 Code S games, they are pretty much always delivering as well as we can expect them to. Alright, Innovation going for a Marine here instead. Is not even going to be able to catch this Overlord though, just barely is going to get himself on that high ground, right? Oh my god, a little bit of missed micro. That got really close. That got really close. Should not have gotten that close, but it definitely did. Alright, now the Reaper here. That's smart as well, just going for the Reaper afterwards. But although, you know what, it's not smart to lose all that HP on him. Trying to commit to one of those other guys. Renegades! Thank you for the raid, my man. I hope you had a good time with the OSC. Hope you had a good time indeed. And oh, he's coming for you. He's coming for you. He's hunting that big white whale, and there he goes. He got him. He got him. Killing of that Overlord right there. You know, it's a nice thing to have happen. Also finding this drone here. Manages to... Ooh, stops the extractor twice there, and that's going to be enough. Kills it off. You know, that's an alright moment there, I suppose. A bit of a redemption after getting that all scouted there, of course. And Innovation, let's see. He does have that second base on the high ground here, in case those links do come across. So he doesn't have that much in the way, shape, or form of production at home right now. Only now going to start the overall reactor stuff again. Alright. Grim Reaper is still up. Yeah, operational. Queens. Man, I like that Queens these days are being more careful with their creep, right? They're putting it a little bit further backwards, then that way they can move those Queens further forwards as well. Looks like we have a printer in our chat, by the way. Or some sort of a... I'm not quite sure. Hyper Doggy, are you okay? Huh. I'm confused. Anyway. Please keep it here. What better video performance? Well, to be fair, I have been... I can get 1080p now on the Freak as well. Although, yeah, I know. A lot of people do have to struggle with it still. And we want to have everything on Twitch, to be fair. But also, to be fair, Freaka TV gives a whole lot of money for the prize pool, right? So we want to give these players something worth the fight over. Otherwise, they're not going to show up. Now, only recently we have been able to kind of get things rolling because we're working together with other groups of people, right? We're working together with the Korean group of Into the Clan and I believe some other groups as well who are also donating the prize to the prize pool, and that allows us to actually get stuff like this rolling. Right. Anyway, we have a nice battle cruiser right here on the way. Let's see if there was anything of a scout so far for Ragnarok. What did he see? Oh, my dear lord. That is a lovely scout right there. Was able to see that one on his way. So he does have a good amount of queens. A bit reminiscent. And it looks like, you know what? Innovation has been watching those games between Ragnarok and Dream. Because he's doing a very similar thing now. Although he is transitioning into the bio behind this. This is really something that you pretty much only see Innovation do. He goes battle cruisers with a lot of Hellions and then goes into bio. You saw the rain down in Africa. I can't sing. That's why I purposely do it bad. In hope that it becomes better that way. It's probably not, but... Anyway, Spire now being constructed as well. And yeah, there we have it. +1/+1 for the Bio Forces. Third base. Flying over for Innovation. Nice on time. You know what? Ragnarok letting that fourth base wait a little bit on itself here. Not quite taking it just yet. You don't know why Freaka TV doesn't work on either of the video plays. It's slow load time. And last time didn't even load for Clan vs Showtime series. Man. That's unfortunate. It is up on YouTube now as well. We do have a YouTube for Alpha X if you do want to revisit that one. That was a pretty epic series after all. But yeah, it's a bit awkward sometimes for certain things. You might want to try a different browser or something like that, but it's rough to say. It's rough to say. It works for me, so I guess I'm one of the lucky ones, but you're not the only one that does sometimes have those troubles. I think, like on your phone and stuff like that also, it sometimes struggles on Western stuff. It is, after all, mostly made for a Korean audience. That might be the case, why. Anyway, let's take a look at what's happening here. A lot of Mutalisks on the way. We have a siege tank push coming across here now with a bunch of Marines. There's no bailing speed just yet. It is about to be ready though, but those Hellions might be able to chase down some of them before that is the case. Actually, playing it safe, playing it cool, and doesn't want to commit just yet right there. In the top left, we have that battle cruiser inching his way forwards. But the Queen's hot on his tail. Has the TP out of there. Gets together with the rest of the forces. I guess that did get a lot of those Queens into that main base. So, you know what? Have to gonna waddle that way back. Oh my god, those Banelings. Innovation not ready with the split just yet. Ooh, targets them down just in the nick of time. More Banelings coming from behind though. And Innovation losing quite a bit of his stuff right here. But reinforcements coming in. Might be enough to push Ragnarok back right now. That siege tank. Ooh, that battle cruiser as well. So incredibly low though. Gets targeted down. And that was one of the bigger punching forces here for Innovation. Putting a lot of weight in his punch right now. But, you know, that siege tank as well, of course, is still capable of targeting down the Banelings. Innovation pre-split already quite well. Needs to stay on top of the siege tank as well with a good amount of Marines due to those Mutalisks. Cannot afford to run everything forward at once, but you know what? He's definitely trying, getting a pretty reasonable surround here. Almost Marines. Marines not that well split up. And, ooh, man. Okay, there we go. Does manage to clean them up eventually, but again, I mean, Innovation's still around. He's still here. Still kind of contesting this area, but not the cleanest of trades overall that I've ever seen. Oh, jeez Louise. Okay, Marines more coming in. This might be it. Okay, there it is. GG. I thought, alright, this is a good moment to read chat. And then somebody, Mono said, I want to fartosis. And I was like, wait, what does that mean? What does that mean? And then I look back and I'm like, oh, GG! GG, Innovation takes it. Alright, the Queens did fall there, ultimately in the end. And there you have it. Innovation making that look a little bit scary. Again, bringing his A-game, it looks like. He wants to try and face... oh, sorry guys. He wants to face... Hi! He wants to face Trap again, it looks like. Never forget Poop Feast 420. Yeah. Fartosis is also a Twitch account, right? Oh, the Gum TV app. Oh, man, I remember that. Apparently, actually, later on, it turned into a horrible program. Cousin, your singing is beautiful. Don't let anyone tell you it's not. Thank you so much. The stream wouldn't load for you. Man, that's unfortunate. You need to lower the quality. Yeah, that's something people say sometimes. If you go down to 720p or below... the maximum. Don't be on the overall automated setting. It does work out a little bit better. It tends to be a bit better there. Alright, guys. Here we go. Here we go. Innovation and Ragnarok. Setting up, sitting ready for another game here. We have them in the map. So, you know what? Here we go. Here we go. Why wait? Why wait? Why waste your time with anything else but these amazing games right here? In the bottom left side, we have the red Terran. You know what? He hasn't learned his lesson from that first game, it looks like. Although it did work out pretty well that time. Anyway, regardless, here's the red Terran. Kaisi Gaming's Innovation. Top right, Blue Zerg. He's hanging out and about. Can he get some stuff done this time? He is none other than the teamless Ragnarok. The end times of the Vikings, and this is a bit of a ballsy place for those barracks. Innovation. Was not expecting him to put them there. Maybe he's like, you know what, those overlords, surely they will go across these other locations, right? Where you would expect a proxy Rex. They would never go the regular straight ahead forward way. All steam ahead. But that's exactly what happens. Yeah, and, well, again, it gets scouted. Again, the drones get pulled. Innovation once more. Not the best time for his opening here. But let's see if he gets both of the SCVs this time around. If he's going to be able to wiggle his way back into one of those invulnerable spots. Oh, my dear lord. How is that? How did that drone get in there? Are neither of them going to finish? Are neither of these going to finish? That SCV on the wrong side of the fence. Oh, just barely. I'm gonna have to cancel this barracks one more time here. Alright, well then. Well then. A little bit of indecision there. Wanting to go for the Marine first and foremost. Might be able to get another Overlord that way, but the drones are staying around this time, so... Doesn't want to have that get picked off there, of course. Cancels that second barracks as soon as those drones leave, so... The drone's not completely sure if that is still going to be a commitment. I guess that is why he doesn't cancel it for that long, actually. A little bit of a mind game there, I suppose. That's pretty smart. That is pretty smart. Big brain innovation. Why do I ever doubt him? I guess it was because I just saw him go up against Trap in that fashion. Maybe. A little bit. Anyway, Reaper coming in. Getting himself in a good position here. Oh, Queen's still a little bit far away from finishing up. Ragnarok again, gonna go for those 6 links instead of 4 links. Always deciding to play it on the safe side. He does keep all those links alive though. But with the extra 2 links, you might be able to get that creep tumor a little bit further forward and a little bit safer. Or feel safer about it, I suppose. Let's go for the inject instead, though. Okay, okay. Well, it seems like the end time for the Reaper has arrived here. The Ragnarok for the Reaper, I suppose. The Ragnarok. Reactor for the factory, as well as a... Oh my! Third base. Alright, that's gonna add some pressure onto Ragnarok to get some stuff done. If he does get to scout that one, of course. He did get to scout the previous time with that Overlords. Needs to make sure he's not gonna get battle cruised again. Some important information for him he needs to gather here. Let's see if he will be able to. That Overlord's still pretty far away. Reaper getting a good scout in here as well. See this, well, at least that there's no roaches or roach warren in this location, at least, right? Nor a baneling nest or anything of that sort. Could still be over here. Could still be over here, I suppose, as well, or here. Anywhere else, but at least he knows it's not there. Man, okay. The third base almost about to be finished up here. Oh my. It's gonna go for Banshees here? Yeah, it is Banshee. Okay. Okay, I like it. I like it. Does keep you a little bit more safe against potentially roaches or anything coming across the map here. And that's kind of what you need when you do go for that third command center that quickly, of course. Even investing into the cloak here. And so far, Ragnarok's still not really committing to any form of scouting. He does have a free path. There's nothing that can shoot air units just yet, but does decide to keep his Overlord safe here for a little bit longer. And goes for the Spire immediately. That is also quite interesting. Spire of a 3 base. Against Banshee, doing a roach push would be a bit dubious. Yeah, you would. It would be. I agree with you, Lexaboy. It would be. Right, there's the wall. But he doesn't know that it's Banshee. He doesn't know. He hasn't gathered the information. Although, you know what? He is kind of prepping for it in a way. He might suspect another battlecruiser to be coming up pretty soon here. After all, he has faced 3 battlecruiser plays in a row now. So maybe that's just stuck in his head at the moment. Could be the case. Could be the case. It would not be the right way to play StarCraft, of course. But, I mean, if you're not going to get a scout off... I think he's just going to go for Mutas, though. I'm going to call it now. I think he's just going to go for the Mutas. Quick Mutas are going to be the play here, I assume. He does have a good amount of gas stocked up, and there they are. Alright. It wouldn't, like, it would make even less sense, right, to go Corrupted right now. Although there are 2 Banshees. Why are they already cloaked? Maybe just to avoid vision for potential Overlords on the map. That could be the case. What happened there? Unknown followed. Alright, welcome Unknown. But yeah, they're about to run out here. There's already a Spore Crawler here anyway. And that cloak, you know what? It would have been very useful to escape those Mutalisks if he does want to get out of there. It's not going to be the case anymore, though. Although the Mutalisk also going across the map right now. Did he see that Spire? He didn't even get to see the Spire, actually. So the Spire is still a complete blind spot right now. Innovation, what do you have in your main base? He has a missile turret. He has 2 missile turrets. How did he know? Marines. He has a ton of missile turrets. Did the Mutalisk fly by the Hellions or the Banshees or something? Huh. Interesting. Yeah, this is not looking good for Ragnarok here, guys. Ragnarok definitely in a tough spot here, losing a lot of workers. Mostly due to those Banshees right here. Actually, all 12 of those kills from these Banshees. It's pretty nuts, especially because he already has Mutas. And he has the Spores. Infamous Toast getting really upset about these Mutalisk. he's really upset right now. I think he placed the bet. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. That could be the case. Anyway. We're not seeing a good moment in time here for Ragnarok. He is taking a 4th base, but, I mean, man, things are looking tough for him right now. Army supply pretty dead even, the worker supply pretty dead even as well. And, I guess just that 4th base is the only thing really going for him here. Mutalisk not getting much damage done. I am surprised how well Innovation prepped for them, though, to be fair. Like, he made so many missile... Well, he made 4 missile turrets. Like, he made a good amount. He must have known this was coming. Somehow. I'm not quite sure how he knew, though. I'm a bit flustered about that. I didn't even really see those missile turrets in the production tab or when they came down. But, yeah. Alright, anyway. Still trying to keep Innovation busy on his side of the map, but ooh, look at that. A nice sandwich, maybe. A Muta Marine sandwich. Just gonna have to make do with a little side dish of Overseer. Wolf base should be okay right now. There is a siege tank behind this as well. Marines behind now. Throwing away a lot of those banelings. More than enough Marines to hold back the Mutalisk. Especially with that +1/+1 already available. +2/+2 on the way. Thors now as well. Widow Mines. Innovation really prepping up against the army composition of Ragnarok. Ragnarok's just a little bit stagnant right now. Doesn't have a infestation pit just yet. Wouldn't mind seeing that coming into play. Trying to, you know what, transition himself into some other type of army composition. But really committed to the Mutalisk right now. And those can just be blown up into a million little Mutalisk bits if he's not careful against what army composition Innovation is going for right now. There's a missile turret there. Quick repair as well. Innovation coming in to try and snipe them, but oh well. Anyway. Ragnarok. 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 That's what we're seeing here, unfortunately, right now today. It looks like. But you know what, this match not done yet. Infestation pits on the way. Might still be able to get some work done, right? He is keeping Innovation on his base. So, you know what, he is free to take those 5 bases right now. He is on that pretty reasonable economy, right? 90 workers. Not too bad. He's getting himself a +2 for pretty much everything. Although +3 is already on the way for you know. Oh, dear lord, I just realized, right? He is going to still have to get that hive tech as well. Yeah, that's nasty. That is pretty nasty. Are they playing on the new patch? No, it's still the old one. I don't think the new patch is out yet, so... Oh, Ragnarok pulling away the wrong circling. Look at those splotches of blood right here. This is... I mean, if this was a shooter game, this would be in the eyes of Ragnarok right now, right? You would not be seeing anything, and it would just be almost fully red. Alright, he's coming in. He's committing here. Is this enough banelings? That's a planetary freaking fortress. Okay, he kills it, but... Was that worth it? Was that really worth it? With Innovation now marching across the map here. You have no banelings anymore. He committed all his banelings there. And now Innovation, I mean, what is here to stop him? Widow Mines getting a really good position, and now he will be able to start laying siege to this base right here. Banelings coming in, gonna get widowed. Oh, dear lord, that's just absolutely abysmal. Alright, well, is it gonna clean this up though? Just barely isn't. Alright, Innovation might be able to just start pushing through here right now. Although more banelings coming in. Yeah, well, okay. God damn Ragnarok. You are putting this way too close. Way too close for comfort. Okay, he stabilizes though. He does stabilize. +3/+3 is on the way here. Let's take a look. That hive tech is now completed as well, so we need to see the +3/+3 for Ragnarok coming in here pretty soon as well. Oh, this is nice. Getting off a couple of those SCVs, you know, there's a little bit of Mutalisk harassment. Haven't seen them be too beneficial just yet, right? Have we? He's killed 7 workers, right? And with Mutalisk, you kind of want to kill more than that. That is the thing here. But then again, also, you gotta give it to Innovation for not losing anything as well at the same time. I don't like this fight here for Ragnarok. Again, taking enormous, absurd amounts of damage from those Widow Mines, but you know what? Does he have enough Widows or Banelings? Does he? No, not really. Not really. I think we, you know what? After these Banelings die, well, He kills off a lot of workers again. 17. Alright, well, this is a rough one to call for me, honestly. Innovation is on 60 workers now. 86 workers for Ragnarok. That +3/+3 was available there, so it was kind of why I wasn't liking the engagement there. But it went okay-ish. Let's quickly... I want to see the overall loss tab here. A run by from Lynx coming in right now as well. Need to avoid that planetary fortress. Doing a little bit of damage here. Ragnarok making some work there. Alright, let's take a quick glance over here. It's okay. It's okay for a Mutaling, Baneling style. Not too bad. Not too bad. Could be better, of course. Only the Lynx only getting 4 more SCVs right there. Innovation, he is losing more and more of them. Let's take a look. 26 now having been killed off. Alright, Ragnarok heard my cry for him trying to get more work kills here. I mean, this army is mobile. You want to force the fights wherever you can. You want to take the more advantageous fights, but that's the power of this army composition of his, of course. Adrenal glands now on the way. Still nothing really in the shape, way, or form of ITaX units, though, unfortunately. Alright, there's the Ultralisk cavern getting constructed. Mutalisk once more. There is. There's 2 Widow Mines here. Needs to be careful, okay? Quick pull away. Just watch his back. Kills off these Widow Mines, though. This is alright. This is what you need to do with those Mutalisk. Finding finally some real damage with them. Jumping in through the hoops and wiggling his way through the Terran base, but at the same time, Innovation taking the opportunity to start running across the map here. He's taking a lot of damage at home. The reinforcements not really being able to do too much right now. The reactors are going to die as well, so it's going to severely limit the production here for Innovation. If he does lose this army right now, the Widow Mines might be able to get great connections, and they seem like they do. Okay, well, there are more Banelings ready to go in, though. Ragnarok desperately trying to get rid of all these Widow Mines. Some reasonable amount of friendly fire happening from those Widow Mines, but you know what? I don't think Ragnarok has enough here. Unless if the Queen's marvelous transfusions to Mutalisk show up as well. Okay, never mind. You know what? I'm always wrong. Just, we can start saying that right now. It feels like army supply, though. Oh, dear. Well, you know what? Reinforcements. I might not have been wrong. I may have been wrong saying that I'm wrong, because this is looking pretty nasty here now for Ragnarok. I don't think he has what it takes anymore. Although there's no Widow Mines, if he does get good connections with his Banelings. The problem is, he doesn't have Banelings. He is getting himself Ultras, but he's getting... Well, okay, never mind. He's not getting Ultras, guys. He's getting a singular Ultralisk, alright? He's getting one Ultralisk. It's gonna have to beat this entire army. Well, there's already 15 Marauders here. Are you gonna beat an Ultralisk with 15 Marauders? Yes. Yes, you definitely are. Are you gonna die to Banelings with this amount of Marauders here? Well, not if you're split out like this. That is pretty much impossible. The Mutalisk need to take the opportunity here, of course, to try and deal with the split up army. Widow Mine, lovely engagement there for Innovation. Well, actually, more Banelings do show up. Also, the Ultralisk, right, has to get the heck out of there now. Alright, every time I think Ragnarok dies, but then just barely manages to hang on there. Ultralisk has arrived. Ragnarok did lose a base, but stabilizes once more. Innovation now, I mean, actually this is starting to become problematic for Innovation, right? That was kind of one of his final attempts here, I feel like, as he is still on 45 workers. He's not been remaking those. Kind of giving me the idea that he thought he was going to finish it off there. And now he is hurting for cash. He is definitely hurting for cash right now. Ragnarok on 84 workers still, sitting comfortably. Sitting in a position where he will be able to just re-macro up, get his army supply back up there again. And you know what? That is like a big problem. That is like such a big problem, guys. Oh my god. Man, oh man. Alright, anyway. Chitinous plating as well coming in for Ragnarok here. This drop for Innovation looks like... Well, where did it even go? Honestly, where did you even go? Oh, it's here. It managed to get there. Wow, alright. I thought it would have got spotted out there by all those overlords and... Ooh. Okay. Okay. Innovation making some plays again. Getting himself back in that game. How many? That is indeed, actually, yeah. Sapphic traffic. That is indeed a couple of medevacs, isn't it? Alright, well, Ultralisk never that great at finishing off a Terran. But that's a good start, though. That's a good start. Getting himself that Ultralisk speed. Getting more bases. Getting back to this base, actually. Innovation on the job, though. Sending a couple of Marines should be able to force the cancel here, I would imagine. Seeing how far out of position those Zerglings and Banelings are. Whatever happened with that medevac over here? I think it did die. Let's take a look over here. 0 kills. Wait, did that drone have a kill? Hold up here, guys. We need to see this. All right, oh, never mind. Well, there's nothing else happening. Let me try to find this. Did I really? Oh, there it is. Yeah, look at that. That drone has a kill. That's crazy. Probably killed himself a widow mine. Nuts, nuts. Anyway. +3 air weapons coming up for Ragnarok, as he is just gearing up with a massive Ultralisk army, but at the same time, you know what? Innovation may not have had that much economy in the way, shape and form of those workers, but at the same time, he has managed to close that gap, right? He's back at 140 army supply versus 117. And he's mixing in more Marauders. Look at that, 25 Marauders right now. Liberators are going to be joining in as well. Oh, the Baneling hits here, though, are quite disturbing. And the Ultralisk are going to commit here. No, they're not. Never mind. They are not going to commit here. And moving backwards. Innovation, spreading out his army, trying to just catch whatever he can. Taking a bit of a bloody nose fight there. Circling some Banelings on this other side. It looks like it will be a massive flank coming in from both angles here for Ragnarok, the Mutalisk as well. A absolutely disturbingly Zerg favored fight there. And that's going to be it. There it all goes. Finally. Innovation going down. And Ragnarok ties up the series here. So, you know what? So many times there. I was convinced that Ragnarok was going to lose that one. A couple of times I was convinced Innovation was going to lose that one. But in the end, Innovation falling a little bit short there. Overextending perhaps a little bit. Not quite ready for that amount of Zerglings, that amount of Banelings. He was prepping up for a massive amount of Ultralisk. But the Ultralisk count wasn't all that high overall anyway. Okay, guys, it looks like a 1-minute break has been requested here. So we're gonna go on a little short break. Please bear with us as we are just gonna run some ads, alright? 1 moment, please. For all you other guys that have ad block, I'm gonna drink myself some castor milk again. Just gonna grab my big carton. And I'm not gonna allow you guys to see it, alright? Well, maybe I will. Actually, no, hold up. Let me go here for a moment, alright? Alright, welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Looks like the lobby is being loaded up. We are, in fact, going into game number 3. It is absolutely nuts. Innovation. It doesn't seem to be his lucky day here. Seems like he's struggling, honestly. Seems like he is quite struggling. And Ragnarok, you know what? He's gonna take the possible fight with Trap that is coming up, of course. After this one, the person who does win is not gonna be going forward immediately into the playoffs. No, sir. In fact, they are gonna have to fight through Trap as well at the same time. .tv. Let me just tell my friends right here. Alright. Game number 3, guys. This is getting rather close. Uncomfortably close. I'm not used to seeing Innovation like this anymore. Innovation, he felt like an absolute beast the last period of time. He felt indestructible, honestly. I really thought that he was just going to win GSL. He was just going to win everything for the upcoming unforeseen period of time. But this is making me doubt that overall thought that might occur. Because, you know what, he is definitely struggling here today. Going down 2-0 to Trap. Going down, well, falling against Ragnarok here for a map as well. Ragnarok, he is a very strong Zerg. Yes, that is true. But Innovation is supposed to be top 1, top 2 Terran players, right? Maybe top 3. Maybe top 3. After this one, probably top 3. Anyway, what's up, D-Faced? How you doing, my friend? Okay, anyway, that out of the way. Guys, game number 3. In the bottom right side, the Kai Z Gaming Red Terran. He is Innovation. Top left, there he is. Seamless, but you know what? Absolutely killing it here today. He's the Blue Zerg. He also will be seen in the Code S, of course. Coming up, round of 16. He is Ragnarok. Will he be able to move on through here as well? Imagine that, right? If he... What's that? Okay. Is he drone scouting? Or is he just going to go for a very quick third base here? Just hiding the drone there. Is he going to go for something? Oh my dear lord. Is this... Oh, he's just scouting. Okay, I see. Okay, that had me worried there for a moment. But yeah, imagine this. Ragnarok and Dream moving on from this group. Trap and Innovation getting kicked out as the first 2 players of this tournament. I feel like those are the two of the favorites to win Code S this year. And, yeah. Alright. Well, Ragnarok is scouting for a Proxy Rex, right? I mean, he has been Proxy Rex twice now by Innovation. And Innovation making it look like it is, actually. And look at that. Ragnarok did pull, like, what, 6 drones right there. That is a fancy little mind game from Innovation right now, who is not, in fact, of course, as we can clearly see, going for that Proxy Rex this time around. Just playing it safe. It did get scouted twice in a row, of course, that the previous time that he did try. But that was some fancy stuff right there. Anyway. We have these players both kind of gearing up for the regular open macro play. A little bit of an advantage, I suppose, to Innovation there because of that massive drone pool right there. As you can see, it definitely does make quite a difference. Alright, 6 links here. Once more. Ragnarok plays it safe, plays it cool. Doesn't want to take any damage from that Reaper. Makes it a little bit easier, right? Not to lose any links against it either, I suppose. So then you do have them still available to try and get rid of that Reaper or something else. Try to protect that creep, basically. It's gonna go towards the main base. Already having a queen there. Look at that. Lovely job. But, you know what? The queen now very far removed from the creep, of course. Links, though, doing their job. Doing it well. The reverse sheep herding once again occurring here. Okay, well. You think that we're gonna see Stim here? It might still be... Oh, it's Marauders. What? Am I missing a armory somewhere? Might still be coming down pretty soon somewhere else. Is this going to be a Marauder Hellbat push? Oh my dear lord, it is. Well then, okay, it's been a while since I've seen one of those. It's been a while since I've seen one of those work out as well. But you know what? Maybe that is why it might work here. That could be the right reason. Not that many links. There's no roach warren whatsoever. Is there a chance for Ragnarok to scout this? He does have an overlord already. All he really needs to see is these marauders, but the marauders getting hidden in this medevac right now to avoid them being scouted out. Right, and off they go. The medevac now scooting across the map here. I'm not sure if that circling there, catching the tail end of that one. He may have. He may very well have. Right, 4 Hellions coming across now as well. And there it is, the Halberds. Just a couple of those marauders. Concussive shell is a thing. Now, I'm not sure if Ragnarok is anywhere near aware that this is in fact with those marauders mixed in as well. Very much near the amount of commitment. The medevac does get picked off though. That is massive. No longer will those Hellbats get healed. Neither will those marauders. But it might still just be too much for Ragnarok to handle. He might start to snowball. And this is looking pretty rough for him so far. Doesn't have that many links. More and more queens are burning up here. He does have a spine crawler at that third base, but very wisely, Innovation just going to rotate towards this natural base, trying to get closer and closer to those queens. The concussive shell helping out a lot. More Hellions coming in as well, transforming into those lovely Hellbats. And there it is. It might be it, guys. Those marauders now shooting away at that spine crawler before it does manage to get in anywhere in that ground, trying to get in there, but no sir, not today. Everything falls. All the queens are gonna go down. They will still pick off that liberator here, but ultimately it looks like this is just too much damage right now being dealt by Innovation, who behind this is making a casual third base. He's just casually doing other stuff. He's getting stim, he's getting ready for the rest of the game. GG is called, and there we have it. Innovation stays alive, manages to get himself another rematch with Trap right here, and might still be able to move on through. Who knows? I mean, it is the Terran patch after all, and Innovation, you know what, buys himself a second chance off the back of that little bit of aggression there. Lovely stuff. Ragnarok just not on top of his scouting enough. And not really seeing what was going to hit him in the face until it actually was pretty much on the nose. And that is too late, unfortunately, for those types of things. That was pretty nuts. That was pretty nuts. Alright, guys. That means we are going to have one best of 3 remaining for today, of course. This tournament will continue. There's going to be other days after this one as well. So please tune in again. Help us out with the channel. You know what? Already a lot of people do just by watching, of course. That is very much appreciated all on its own. Help us out though with the Matcherino page. There might be still some codes remaining. So that doesn't cost you a thing. Just takes a couple of seconds, of course. And that will be all we require. Let me actually show you guys real quick the Matcherino. I'm not sure. Do we have all the codes already used up? Did anyone tell me at some point? I don't know if that was the thing. Anyway, let me open up my chat here a little bit more. So let me actually have my chat next to my activity feed so I can keep tabs on it a little bit better. All right, there we go. Right, a whole lot of follows as well. Thank you so much, guys. Very much appreciate that. Anyway, they are doing the Fidos. Let me talk about the Matcherino, shall we? Let's take a peek. Let's take a gander at these lovely things that you can do over here. Alright, so, first and foremost, this is a bit more so for Americans, right? The American people could help out with this one. If you text GAMER to this number right here, you will add a full $1 for free. Doesn't cost you a thing to the prize pool. And not only that, but also you will get some good deals off this food chain company, which is called Sonic, I believe. I've never heard of it, but that might be because I'm not from the US. So there you go. Anyway, you're going to get yourself some great offers, some great deals, and you're going to be supporting esports as well at the same time. You can also, of course, just add the code, the coupon code right over here. Press contribute, go into the coupon code area, fill that bad boy in there. Press contributes. I've already done it, so no longer can I do that. There we go. We're seeing some people do that. Thank you so much, guys. Very much appreciated. Anyway, also about this one, texting gamer to this number right here. It will, well, if you don't want those offers, of course, they bring your food to your car on roller skates. Really? Do they now? Man, that seems pretty fancy, honestly. I'm not sure if you're joking with me or if that's actually the case, but that is pretty cool. Anyway, so yeah, a roller skating industry of food networking. No bamboozles. Wow. All right. That's pretty dope. All right. Anyway, yeah, so that's a full buck to the prize pool as well as just getting yourself some nice offers and deals. Other than that, you can text stop as well, and that will, if you don't want the deals, of course, if you like your phone nice and quiet, then that is the way to do so, and you're only adding another buck to that prize pool. So thank you so much for helping us out there, guys. If you want to support us more so, then this is probably the way to do so. Over here, you have the marketplace. You can buy the replay pack for every single day, right? All the brackets, all the playoffs, and all the finals, and all the good jazz. All of those replays will be provided for you for the mere price of $10. And we have some merchandise, some nice Alpha X gear. Cast a tip jar as well. If you feel like I've done a good job, then that's the place to, you know what, pay me tribute. A buck a show is all we ask in the name of the nice podcast that, you know what, we all should listen to. Anyway, that's about that. There's also some manga, actually, that you can buy as well. Some digital copies. And that also adds $4 to the prize pool. And you support some nice artists right there. And you get to read some entertainment. So if you like that type of stuff, go check it out, guys. It is all available on that Matcherino page. Very much appreciate all the support that you guys are giving us right now. Very much appreciated. Honestly, we would not be here if it weren't for the viewers. We would not be here if it were not for everybody helping out with stuff like this. We would not be taken seriously by anyone. And they would not support the tournaments, right? That we try to host. And that means no tournaments. Unfortunately, no players then at that point either, right? Because if they don't have a way to get money, then there's no way they're going to be able to play StarCraft 2 at the high level that they are right now. Anyway, so very much appreciated, guys. All the support that you guys are giving us is always very welcomed. ITaX, cheering with 500 bits. Damn, my man. There we go. Thank you so much, dude. Very cool to see. Alright. Now, we are getting ready. The final best of 3 for today. It is a rematch. Innovation looks a little bit more warmed up than he did in the earlier parts of this morning. But is he going to be able to take on one of the best, if not the best PvTer in the world? We're going to have to wait and see. He did fall against Dream just now and there. Although Dream, not to be underestimated either. Seems like he's having a really good day. Anyway, guys, here we go. Taking you into this one. In that top left side of the map is a blue Protoss player. He is none other than Trap. Actually, I'm gonna have to get this one again. Get that up there. There we go. So we know who we're talking about. In the bottom left side, we have a red Terran fighting for Kaisi Gaming. He is Innovation. Did I say Jinner Green Wings? Actually, I'm not sure if I did. Jinner Green Wings. There we go. Might as well. Alright. Man, a lot of follows as well, guys. I'm sorry if I've left your name out. You're very much appreciated. That's just great. It's just great to see a big tournament like this getting this much attention. You know what? That is always what you love to see, what you love to have happen. And so we would love to bring more stuff like this, of course, in the future as well. And I hope you're having a good time. That's the main concern here, of course. Right, a probie, a little probester, gonna start coming into this base here, and notice something is missing. Something's not right with this picture, and oh, what is this? Huh. Alright, did you mistake your barracks for a second refinery innovation? Is that what happens here? I don't think it is. I don't think it is. Innovation too good for that, of course. The probe just rotating around in this base now. Wants to stay in here for as long as possible, of course. He needs to know if there's a factory going to be thrown down here in this wall area, first and foremost, right? If that happens, that means it's not as all in for innovation as it is right now. Who is making that factory on this location as well. Adding in a tech lab 2. There's going to be a 111 here. A proxy 111. I've not seen it that much more recently either. Much like the Hellbat Marauder push as the first Reaper. Coming in right now. That Stalker a little bit late to the party because that Zealot had to be created first, of course. Stalker, though, will be able to hurdle some laser bolts towards that Reaper. Falls him backwards with some significant burn injuries. Don't worry, guys. He has green LEDs in his suit, which heal him, so... Some LED lights. Alright, anyway. Ooh, Cyclones, actually. So no starports in this place. Alright, so... Trap does, like, he's still seeing everything in his base right here. Innovation would love to have that stop happening. But wow, okay, Cyclone with the increased damage. That is very interesting. That is very cool to see. I remember the Cyclone as soon as it came out being an absolute torment for any Protoss player. And a just continuous complaining about the Cyclone killing everything without what felt like a lot of efforts being put in by the Terran player. But wait, Innovation is just running it across the map now. Yeah, but what? What? I am thoroughly confused. He did get the robotics facility here this time. Making Banshees as well. I don't think I've ever seen this before. This might be just something that Innovation is toying with. Oh boy. Okay, they do see this tech lab right here with the factory. The two Lock-ons not going to be able to get their, you know what, their kill. But, you know what, Trap is moving backwards here. It's going to allow that, tech lab to complete its upgrade. He must know now, right, what is coming his way. I mean, what else could be being researched on that factory? It's not Blue Flame without any Hellions around. There it is, the lock-on now. The high-tech auto-tracking, or... no, wait, that's the I don't know how this is called. I always forget this ability's name. Right, anyway. Oh, the War Prism, a very big deal here. We'll be able to break the line of those Cyclones. But then again, with 3 of them available... Oh, one of them coming the wrong way here. And again, those pickups being absolutely massive. Kind of just... You know, a little bit lackluster here, unfortunately. Innovation not really getting anything done. Oh, wait. I may have spoken too soon. The Banshee. Banshee from the other side. 6 kills. Innovation got some stuff done, actually. Alright, never mind, guys. I don't know what I'm talking about. Great job. Great job, Innovation. Well done. Alright. Now, I mean, there is still a potent force for Trap here, right? He does have a good amount of Stalkers. He has those Immortals as well, wobbling their way across here. A couple of sentries. And the War Prism, most importantly, against these Cyclones. The Cyclones would love to have that lock-on onto the War Prism. Not happening, though. That's pretty much the only target that you may be able to get a chance to pick off here. The Banshee nowhere near those sentries, keeping the SCVs away from the repair. This might be too much for Innovation to handle. Oh, he is slowly getting rid of his opponent here. Gets the lock-on onto the War Prism, but another single-shot fight. But the Marines coming in here, just barely enough to get rid of this entire attack. But, you know what, Trap does tie up the overall worker count. And now... it becomes a very weird game. It becomes a very weird game. Huh. Okay, War Prism. What else? What else? There's the Banshee. There's, Is this still enough for innovation? Sorry, I'm just looking at this now. I don't have much of an idea as what is gonna happen, as this game is just gone from weird to insanity pretty quickly. Well, alright, the War Prism. Okay, okay. I guess we stabilize here a little bit. This is a little bit more regular as well, right? Just the War Prism with 4 Stalkers. Not an uncommon sight these days. It's like a budget blink. Dollar store blink, pretty much. He's gonna get out of there again now as well. Easy peasy. At least he shoot. The Raven might disable that War Prism. Okay, no. Not gonna happen. The Banshee, though, at the same time, retaliating here and returning the favor. Getting another 5 kills here. This is actually another Banshee. These Banshees have been doing quite a number on that worker line here. There's nothing... Wait, is there no... there's no cloak, actually. I was not expecting that. Okay, he does keep him alive. Holy moly, guys, this is still happening as well. This is still happening as well. Alright, innovation, he's in a good spot, I'd say. 40 workers versus 34 right now. Oh, can't afford to just lose all these medefacts, though. Innovation. Not seeing that one coming through. Yeah, I think it's still okay, but you know what? More gateways are being constructed. I think Trap is just going to go for a big Hail Mary here. Trying to go for a big attack. He hasn't added in that 3rd base just yet. Innovation, though, painfully aware that that is the case. So he's not investing himself into a 3rd base either. He's just making more units. He's making a little bit of an obstruction over here as well with those supply depots. Might be able to tank some fire here for the Marines and those Marauders. He's going to stay behind his little tiny makeshift wall here. No, actually wants to try and immediately target down that Immortal. Nice disable as well, but unfortunately... Or fortunately, Trap manages to safeguard him. Making use of those force fields and a good pull away with it as well, of course. There's still a capability for that Raven to perhaps do an anti-armor missile here, which I think would be pretty good, although Trap might be able to just micro his way out of that one as well, of course. Alright, let's wait and see. Bit of a stalemate here of these two guys. A Western movie of 2 shooters in a town. In the streets with innocent bystanders just waiting, hoping not to get shot here. Alright, well, bit of a committal there. Another disable on that Immortal. Getting picked up, put into a safe place. But the overall army supply for Trap falling, getting lower and lower here. Innovation has done it. GG is called. And manages to take game number 1 here of our Blue Protoss. Innovation, man. Alright, those Banshees I think were absolutely crucial there. Managing to get a good amount of those worker kills. Without those, I think that would have been absolutely horrible. But with that weird, that weird of an opening, right? I mean, that is just... Innovation is so incredibly good. Like, people call him the machine, but sometimes... Like, he just adapts so incredibly well, right? He just does this very weird opening. It goes horribly wrong, absolutely abysmal. And then somehow he is fine. It doesn't matter, man. He's like, yeah, okay. It happens sometimes. Then he just does some other stuff and then voila. He's ahead again. It's nuts. Absolutely nuts. But, you know what? That's just the joy of watching innovation here. I suppose it is... it's hard to follow, though. It's like... So how did he do this? How did he come back here? How would you not expect anyone else to make a recovery from this situation, and then he makes it look that easily? Or you know, it's nuts. It's nuts. Oh well. Hashtag good reasons to buy a replay pack, I suppose. All right. Anyway, innovation, dude. Absolutely nuts. And yeah. This is what I was kind of expecting in that first round as well, of course. Trap, though, you know what? He showed us already previously. He's very much capable of beating Innovation at his own game. And just deal too much damage at the early part of the match. Wasn't happening this time around, though. But to be fair, Innovation, I think as long as he keeps Trap in the early to mid game and tries to get Trap to commit to him to actually try and do some sort of an all-in or some sort of an all-tag attack, I think Innovation is going to be okay. I think Trap here at an advantage if they do get into that late game where the disruptors are going to be taking place, right? Because that is pretty much every time when I see Innovation facing against disruptors, that is where he seems to falter. And in an interview not that long ago, he actually did mention that he despises late game versus Brodels. Right, well, anyway, let's introduce these players again. In our final best of 3, he is in the top right side, the Jinner, Green Wings Brodels. He's not green though, he is blue. He is a Trap. I don't know why I was pointing that out. It's already obvious, but you know what? In the bottom left side there is a red Terran, up to no good again. He's for KaiZ Gaming on match points. He is Innovation. Trap went Robo, so he couldn't make the Cyclones work, but it opens up for Banshees, is what Beyond says. Yeah, it does definitely seem to be the case, doesn't it? But then he had so many Stalkers already, but the Stalkers out on the map trying to chase down those Cyclones. So yeah, Innovation just taking a bad spot and then making it work out for him in another way. He's just really smart. Seems to be a general trend with top-level Korean Terran. They somehow capitalize on their cheese or proxy being scouted. Yeah, it's it's nuts, man. It's crazy how they make those types of things work, and that's why everybody always loves to see these high-level Koreans. I suppose the Terrans maybe in particular, because you know what, there's not that many. Well, there's not ever really been that many top-tier level Terrans in the Western scene, right? But maybe that's all about to change here with the oncoming generation, right? We have Hero Marine, of course. We have Clem. Euthermal's doing really good recently as well, taking games of Rainer and stuff like that. Doing pretty darn solid. Anyway, Reaper does manage to scoot on by, and this build from Innovation, it has me scratching my head again here. Not quite sure what he's up to. He did go double gas first, and now he's going to add in that factory pretty quickly. Once again, going for those Cyclones, but at the same time also getting himself this command center on the high ground here. Does get spotted by the Zealots. But is everything just going to fall apart here because Innovation doesn't have much at home. That Cyclone is going to come out though and should be able to deal with this rather nicely. Pulls away the weakened SCVs as well. Doesn't lose anything here. Lovely micros so far. And yeah, there we go. The Cyclone saves the day. Just gonna kill everything. The Cyclone just gonna get everything. Oh, this one might be close though with the ramp here as well. Ooh, does get the unlock. There we go. Okay, so one Adept escapes the clutches of the tendrils of that Cyclone there. That reach into every little crevice. At least if it's close by. Right. It's been a while since I've seen these Cyclone openings against Protoss actually. It used to be all the rage, and you know what, you can kind of see why in those early stages of the game. You definitely make yourself a little bit safer against those quick stalkers that come out on the map. And now it's going to be harder, of course, for Trap as well to try and get something done with something like Blink or anything like that, I suppose. Robotics facility is the choice here for Trap. And what looked like a bit of a cheese opening for Innovation right now. You know, kind of transitioning into a seemingly pretty standard play. Going for the siege tanks and the marines. Will most likely try to do some sort of a push. We'll have to wait and see if he commits a lot of SCVs with that push as well. I'm certain he will bring some of them. I'm not quite sure how many though. Trap at the same time is committing to that 2 base right now. No 3rd base just yet. Moves across the map here. Twilight Council is on the way as well. Cyclone in the bush. Keeping that Protoss army a little bit further backwards. Now, this could be trouble. Difficult situation. Oh, 3 siege tanks. Oh, yeah, that blows up those stalkers very quickly. There is an observer here, so Trap is aware that how big this push is. Oh my god. Get another one of those force fields. You know you want to. Come on, come on. There it is. Siege tank's not gonna get through. The amount of time Trap is buying here, but a lot of those... Oh my dear lord. Was that worth it? Was it worth it? That one extra force field there. Losing a sentry, losing, I think, 2 stalkers as well. Getting an immortal very low here. Those marines quite capable of defending themselves against those low gateway forces. And now those siege tanks in a really good spot. A flank has been set up here for Trap. The observer does get killed off though, so a bit more difficult for Trap to keep tabs on this entire army. But you know what, the immortals in the back here might be able to get rid of those siege tanks very quickly. That is... Well, Innovation realizing that this is going to be the case. GG is called. Oh my dear lord. Innovation. Okay. Where the hell did Inno get 4 tanks? I think Innovation just didn't go for any starports. He didn't make a single starport. And that's how he did it. There's no starports whatsoever. This was just his plan all along, apparently. Just maybe the nice scouting with the Cyclone. And then just coming in with a bunch of tanks and a bunch of marines. Nothing else is needed. Nothing else is necessary. And that's a lot stronger and a lot more capable than the other time. To be fair, I do think it was a big deal that force field... I mean, if that force field held back the marines as well, instead of just the siege tanks, I think that would have ended up rather differently as well. Anyway, guys. Much appreciate all the follows here. Very much so, of course. We are going to have more days like these coming up very quickly, I believe. Let us actually take a look. I mean, we've been looking at that Maturino page, but what we haven't been doing just yet is looking at the brackets overall right here. As we can see, we have more coming up. We have Group A, that was today. Then on May 8th, which will be next oncoming Friday, at 2 p.m. CEST, so 2 hours later than we started today. We're gonna have Rogue, we're gonna have TY, Creator, and Zaun, one of the fellow Alpha X's. Then on May 15th, which will be the next Friday afterwards, we will have Zest, we'll have Sue, Bunny, and Scarlet at the same time. Then again on the Sunday following that Friday over here on the May 15th, we'll have Solar, Cure, Hurricane, and Estrella. And then, of course, we will have group stage number 2. And then we'll get to see who is going to be moving on into those playoffs, alright? So, we have a heck of a lot of games to play. 7 days of StarCraft 2 with these top tier players coming on through. And yeah, of course, one last time, guys, this Maturino page is still available. I'm not sure if we still have codes to be filled out. It would be absolutely lovely, of course, to get those completely filled up. The gamer thing, if you want to get prices or offers for Sonic and stuff like that, go check that out. It's another $1 to the prize pool. And, of course, over here, our web, well, marketplace in a way. You can get the replay pack, some nice jerseys, merchandise, things like that. Caster tip jar. If you think I did a good job, a buck a show, it's all we ask. Let me get rid of this one, actually. It's been there the entire time. That's embarrassing. Anyway. Whoa, whew, man, oh man. So, in the end, Dream and Innovation going to be the ones moving on here. Who would have guessed? I guess, you know what, Innovation is one of the more obvious ones. Dream, though, I thought he was the least likely to move on in this group. But he moves on first, so that's quite the upset. And I am going to be very curious to see how he does in the next group stages. We're going to have to stay tuned for that one coming up here on May 22nd. So, hope to have you guys here on May 8th, first and foremost, of course, for that Group B. Where we're going to have Rogue, TY, Creator, and Zone. That's going to be May the 8th. That is next Friday, I believe, right? Let me double check that, actually. Next oncoming Friday. Alright, so, guys, I've been really Kozen. You can check me out over here. This is my Twitter, and it's my Twitch. So I do some casting there as well. If you like my casting, that's the place to be. And if you know, just like to stay up to date with all the stuff I do for ITaX as well, hit me up on Twitter, and I will get myself out there. I'll just talk about whatever is happening at that time. The Maturino coupon still works. All right, yeah. I think we have a boatload of them because this is a 7-day event. So I think we have like a gazillion amounts available. I hope we do. Anyway, very much appreciate all the people here, guys. And yeah, let's take a look at who we are going to be raiding here. Shall we? Shall we? As you know what? It's definitely true, guys. I mean, I keep emphasizing that we appreciate everybody here checking us out, doing everything that they can to support us, with whether that is just watching, that is good enough. Telling your friends about the tournament as well, that is on its own always a great thing. Getting some more recognition for this one. Let me see, who are we hosting? Did I get a message from anyone saying that I need to host anyone? I don't think we did. Am I getting one though? Maybe on StarCraft. Did I get one here? Steadfast. Alright, there we go. Guys, let's hit up Steadfast. Another great StarCraft 2 channel casting right now. Blythe versus for Yummy. The ESL Open Cup. So go check him out, guys. He's another caster that casts sometimes for us. A lovely guy. Wonderfully at casting, of course. Alright. Alright, there we go. Here it is, raiding right now. Guys, I'm gonna be heading off. Right after that is hitting off. And yeah, I'm just gonna go over here. Alright, peace out, boys. Peace out. Let me go over here. Yeah, there we go.